Gwynn and Chris starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
And we welcome you to the end of another week, the end of another month. And for those of you watching a little Gwynn and Chris on the YouTube, I say to all of you, yabba dabba do. Yeah, some of us came dressed for success today, I guess it is. I will say this, guys. First time I've ever worn a tie doing the show.
Yeah,
no
doubt.
That's something.
For everybody, you didn't even have to change your shoes for this.
No, this was it was actually encouraged to wear flip-flops with this
absolutely.
outfit. So anyway, thought we'd have some fun today. We always do, but
for everybody who can't see, Chris is dressed
that's
as
right.
Barney, or is it
Fred
Barney?
Flintstone.
Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, I got the Fred Flintstone outfit.
I got to
on,
be honest,
so.
Chris. It almost like you don't have a costume. It fits so well.
It's really relaxing.
It's almost like,
you know what I got to say? The folks in Bedrock, they knew it was right when it came to getting
clearly
creative.
As it fits your style. It's
creative and relaxing clothing. I'm very happy with this look. I could wear it more often for sure. Baseball season could come to an end today. I think a lot of us kind of hope it does. The Blue Jays will host the Dodgers in Game 6 of the World Series. We will certainly get into all of that today. We've got a big weekend coming up for SDFC. They go to Portland. They'll take on the Timbers tomorrow night at 6:30. Keith Costigan, television analyst for MLS Season Pass on Apple TV, will help us preview that matchup. And I guess Chucky at least made the traveling squad this time.
He'll come off the bench.
Hopefully he'll come off the bench. I wonder if Mikey Varas is saying he'll come off the bench, but maybe secretly hoping he doesn't have to even bring him in. You know, like we'll get a lead and I can make him sit one more game. I like what Mikey Varas has done, honestly. Even though we don't know all of the details that would happen, Tony, it's pretty obvious that, Chucky did something that, certainly rankled the makeup of that squad.
Yeah.
And, if you want to see an example of a coach who lets players get away with stuff, all you had to do is watch the Miami Dolphins last night.
It was coming.
How did I know that was going to work?
I mean, that's exactly what they do.
It just felt like a stray was about to come.
It was an easy comparison. But anyway, SDFC will go for the clincher tomorrow. San Diego State has homecoming, and the Wyoming Cowboys. Kirk Kenny will help us preview that. And we're also only a few days away from the Aztec basketball opener next Tuesday against Long Beach State. J.D. Luster for that. So, how are you guys?
A few comments on the chat. They're asking what I am. I'm clearly Ghostface, okay? I got a shirt on that says Ghostface.
Oh, okay.
And they're saying that Tony is Anders Dreyer from the MLS team.
He's got to have his jersey on, so that's something.
I got my SDFC jersey today.
You're rocking your jersey.
Yeah.
You're ready to go. All right, good deal. Thanks for being with us. Of course, if you don't know, you can watch the show on YouTube and just look up Gwynn and Chris. We also have our Gwynn and Chris Overtime, which I understand yesterday, Scraby, there were some comments on our if you heard the Gwynn and Chris Overtime, again, you find it on YouTube, but had the long discussion on what happened to me yesterday when I got caught at a red light, a four-way stop, and the red light would not change. Yeah. And it went through 3 or 4 times, and we still couldn't move. And I finally started getting impatient, as I expected anybody would.
Apparently not, though.
But nobody else around me seemed to mind sitting there.
Here's some of the comments.
So, yeah, give me some of that.
From David. How many were on their phone and not realizing their turn was missed so many times?
Right.
That's a valid point.
That's possible.
Good
yeah.
point.
Right.
Trevor says, get with the program, folks. I totally know that corner. Light's been broken for 3 weeks.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Thank you, Trevor. I wish I would have known that ahead of time.
Could have avoided.
I would have gone a different route.
Other ones were. Nate said Larry David would be so proud of you for that rant.
Okay.
Andy said solution. Jump out and press the pedestrian button, which is not a bad idea.
Okay.
That is
I would have to take that under advisement next time. That's a good one.
It kind of
you would think that might click it into
going
into work.
Kayla says, I've done this multiple times with a shoddy stoplight near my house.
with the push the pedestrian thing.
You know, it would force it to happen.
The tough part, though, is given where you were.
I was way over to the left. I was going to say, well, what happened to Larry David is he pushed the pedestrian. By the time he got back to his car, it'd be too late.
He would already have turned
to go.
green,
Yeah, that's what would probably happen.
For sure.
All right. Well, if you want to hear that whole rant, make sure you find our Gwynn and Chris Overtime. And when you get there, make sure you sign up to be part of all of that. We give you some bonus material throughout the week. So we invite everybody to join. All right, guys, is the season going to end tonight? Tony, I mean, not do we want it to end? We all want it to end, but do you think this is it? Is it also one of those things where Toronto kind of better win tonight? Don't even take it to it.
I don't even know that we're in a place where it better. I think these two teams have been pretty equally matched when it's all broken down. I think it behooves the Blue Jays to go ahead and win tonight. I mean, anytime you get to a game 7, it's anything can happen at that point. Certainly they have the advantage. I expect that that stadium is going to be, the Rogers Center is going to be just crazy loud for tonight's ball game. And listen, this is the only puzzle they haven't solved. I mean, they've beaten Blake Snell twice.
Yamamoto, right?
Yamamoto went 9 innings of complete game
Gave
baseball.
them the one run, and then he retired 20 in a row to finish the game.
Yeah, and so that will be the thing tonight. And I said it at the beginning of this series. The Blue Jays' best shot was to put up runs, and they have held their end of the bargain.
Yeah, and the Dodgers haven't been able to keep up.
They haven't.
Dodgers can't hit all of a sudden, and they're going to make another couple of changes to their lineup tonight.
Sliding to the cleanup spot.
I mean, if the series was 15 games, Mookie would be batting 10th. You know, they keep dropping him every game. He's 4th tonight. Miguel Rojas is going to play second base. They're going to move Edmund to center field. And so basically Rojas takes the spot that Alex Call took of Andy Pajes. There's no Andy Pajes again. And Toronto has the advantage of getting George Springer back. Although you bring up an excellent point yesterday, how many swings can he take with that oblique?
He's not
messed up.
He's not a soft swinger. I don't know if you've seen George Springer swing.
He puts a little into it.
He's definitely, getting off his A swing all of the time. Can he throttle that back? Because you can still be effective, but mentally, can you actually pull it off? And so
I always feel like in golf, and this isn't golf, but in golf, whenever I walk up and I say, I'm just going to take a nice, relaxed swing, the ball almost goes further.
Yeah.
But I don't know that works in baseball.
I think,
baseball.
I think it does. I think it can work that same way, but we'll see. We'll see, because I'm just not sold on the oblique.
How healthy is he going to be? We'll find out. 5:00 for that. Our show goes till 6, so we'll keep you up to date.
Real quick
as that gets going
on the Mookie Betts front, because I was watching. I saw some Foul Territory today, and Eric Kratz was talking about some of the numbers that you can get on Baseball Savant to see kind of his attack angle, and right now,
Mookie,
he's making a ton of outs in the
fly
air.
balls.
Yeah. And
in fact, if you watch him, he hits the fly ball. You know he's going to be out because he immediately puts his head down, and then he runs to first. He knows he's out.
He does
before he leaves the box.
And it's brought up the debate of so often we're talking about launch angle and swinging up,
right?
But in order to create the angle, you have the swing thought process has to be towards down, and right now that small adjustment could be the difference of him setting fire. And
they said on the webpage, if he read that and was able to apply it, is that what you're saying?
I'm sure he knows, but his attack angle at the baseball is I think it was like 14, 15 degrees, maybe even a little bit more, 17.
Okay.
But either way, that's leading to these pop-ups.
Do you want a 0 degree, or do you want?
You don't want
not a level swing.
I think at launch angle where they are recording it at, right, where the ball, where your bat meets the ball,
right,
on your best launch angles, that's not because someone started from swinging down here to up there. They had to start from a different part of the equation, right? Their hands start high, they attack towards the baseball, and as it gets through the zone, right, your bat starts to meet the ball level, and as the further you catch it out, the further that bat starts its angle upwards. But
I think
either
it's
way, that's the fix that he's going to end up trying to make tonight. And
we'll see if it works.
Can
for
he
him.
do it in a matter of one game?
He's crucial. And Ohtani and Freeman, you brought this up the other day. They went 0 for 11 the other night with 6 strikeouts.
Right.
The Dodgers can win, but they're less likely to if all 3 of those guys are shut down. And they've got to come through. Ohtani, we have sang his praises endlessly, deservedly for some of the games he's had. But if you take away a couple of those monster games, the 3 home run game, which is hard to take away, but if you did, he's really done nothing. And that was hurting the Dodgers, isn't it? You're laughing. Why?
Well, it's just hard to, as you said, it's hard
take it away. I know.
Remove the 3 home run game. Did he have like 2 doubles too? It was like,
yeah, no, he had 2. Well, there was one game he had 2 homers and 2 doubles, and then the other game he had the 3 home runs. So he's had 2 massive games.
Right.
But if you take, you're right. If you take him away, though, his numbers are very ordinary.
Games, what was that? 1 and 3 or 1? No, was it?
No, the 3 home run game was the clincher against the Brewers.
Okay,
so that was the last series. Yeah.
So really, just in that one,
just
game
the one game,
series,
he's hurt the Blue Jays,
and the Blue Jays have pitched him pretty well. So I think they're confident that they know what they got to do to go out and win. Whereas, although the Dodgers know what they have to do, it is seemingly a little bit harder to pull it off, especially considering how the offense just hasn't been able to come through. But again, one game can change all of that.
Right.
And so, it should
That's
be a
right.
good game.
Yeah, the Dodgers win 9-2, then they're going to be heavily favored tomorrow, regardless.
Right.
So you never know. One thing we do know, this is the first baseball season in history that will both start and finish outside the country. So that's the first time this has ever happened. Started in, was it Tokyo? Wherever the first game.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't Tokyo.
Right, it was
Dodgers
Tokyo.
played the Cubs in Japan. So it's finishing in Canada, of course, either tonight or tomorrow.
Speaking of Mookie, that might have been where his season was lost.
Yeah. Because
when
he got sick.
Yeah.
And then lost all that weight.
Yeah.
And proceeded
It's
to
hard
have,
to-
I think, the worst year of his career.
One quick note before we go to break. Brenton on the chat just tuned into Gwynn and Chris on YouTube.
Oh, no.
Just tuned in, and Chris and I are wearing the same costume.
We both forked over the $21 on Amazon. All
Brandon
right.
wants to know, is Lori dressed up as Wilma?
No, she went disco queen from the 70s. So we're not together.
All right.
I don't know that
How
there was
can you do Fred Flintstone and Disco Queen?
I don't know that there is a Wilma out there.
There definitely is
Well, I
a
didn't
Wilma.
Probably
see
got to search a little bit harder for a Wilma.
I'm going to type in Wilma Halloween costume. It's going to come up faster.
Why don't you get one and get it delivered and have it
I
on
don't
by the
want
end
to
of
be
the
Wilma.
show?
Boom. $24.99 Wilma costume.
All right. Well, sorry we disappointed you.
It wasn't me. It was Brandon. You
Mr.
disappointed
Scraby.
Brandon.
All right. We are underway. We got a good one for you. When we come back, how does the milkman sound to you? We'll talk about what we're talking about and the latest on the Padres, of course. The Dolphins did, please me some by firing their general manager, but they have a long way to go, obviously, as Baltimore waxed them again last night. So we'll get into all of that, the rest of it. Gwynn and Chris, happy you're with us. Happy Friday. Happy Halloween on 97.3 The Fan.
At Verizon.
It's a spooky Friday. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Scraby. Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope everybody gets out and get some candy, get some of the candies out there.
I hope there's a little candy left by the time I get home. Our neighborhood gets started early.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, they get rolling.
You got a young neighborhood?
We do have enough kids, certainly, but I think people bring families to our neighborhood and park outside and then walk around.
I'm not a fan of that.
Why not?
Because you don't live in my neighborhood.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I'm not buying candy for some kid from Carlsbad to come
who
down
am
here.
I buying it for?
Right.
Do
The
I
kids of the
actually know?
neighborhood.
You don't really know the kids.
You don't know the kids. You know a few of them.
You're right, but it does bother me.
I think we've seen our neighborhood kind of get the kids
before.
They're getting older, so
right.
Not as our street's not as popping as it was.
My wife is a big fan of the kids.
I think as you get older, the kids aren't as interested anymore.
Yeah, they go from getting candy to throwing pumpkins at night. So.
Right now, all my kids are pretty much still in it. They're still going. They're still going.
Our neighborhood is a circle, and I think the kids that are dropped off there,
cul-de-sac.
Yeah, but it's not even a cul-de-sac. It's go in
strange.
and then you go all. It's a circle goes all the way around, and then you'd go out. Right.
Yeah, it's really weird.
So it is a circle.
Yeah,
but I think what happens. I think what happens is the kids that are dropped off there don't know when the circle's over. So they come by and ask this again. Same people.
They just loop around again.
And my wife isn't a fan of that.
Yeah.
But
going double dipping?
Yeah. Well, they don't know. I don't think they know they're done with the circle. So they just keep they keep trying.
Okay.
And they get Lori's wrath on that one. Which I don't recommend.
Speaking of wraths, the NCAA, and now they're kind of linked to this NBA betting allegation. This kind of broke a little bit earlier this morning. It says college basketball season prepares to tip off an NCAA gambling investigation with links to the NBA betting scandal is impacting the status of multiple players at several schools, according to sources familiar with the probe. One player has been dismissed from a team, and at least two other are being withheld from competition due to eligibility concerns related to the investigation, according to sources. Now, these are separate cases from the Eastern Michigan, Fresno State, San Jose State ones we talked about early in the year. Western Michigan was told, according to ESPN, that the senior guard Justice Williams will not be participating in competition pending the results of the recent NCAA investigation, events that precede his enrollment at the school. So this is just the net is seemingly getting bigger and bigger. It started with the NBA in terms of the Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups.
Doesn't it seem like if you look for it, you're probably going to find something? Yeah,
that's what it's feeling like right now.
I mean, when's the last time they investigated and said, nah, we didn't find anything? So, I think the best idea for the NCAA is to just, not listen to Greg Sankey and just go ahead and let the gambling begin.
Wisconsin announced Tuesday that senior forward Elijah Gray has been dismissed from the team because of events preceding his enrollment at the school. Dayton announced Sunday that is withholding sophomore guard Adam Nagy from competition after being notified by the NCAA of potential eligibility concerns. This is, I think, why, and move it all jokes aside, why Sankey is part of the reason why he is, and the SEC is pushing back as hard as they can, because this is already starting to unravel, and I would imagine allowing those rules to go through will only put this in turbo.
Yeah, but the NBA, although they're paying a lot of attention now because of the controversy, they're still stopping far short of saying that, the fact that we are in bed with, gambling outlets is something we need to look at. That's the one thing they will not touch. They keep saying, well, we got to get rid of the prop bets, or we got to ask this and ask that. And, but it's a good thing we're connected with these gambling outlets so that we're doing a good job of a better job on keeping an eye on this. And we know that's just, a bunch of malarkey. So on it goes. Yeah. I just hope that, where it stops, nobody knows. And that's concerning for sure.
we'll keep an eye on this. I'm sure this story will continue to develop. This hour is brought to you by Toyota of Poway, voted San Diego's #1 Toyota dealer by USA Today. With APRs as low as 0% and tons of the new Toyotas on the ground. No tricks, only treats during the Trucktober sell event happening now at Toyota of Poway or online at toyotaofpoway.com in the heart of San Diego. Chris mentioned, what was it? It was
the milkman.
The milkman.
Yeah,
Zach Gallen.
Yeah, the guy who pitched for 5 years as the milkman before I understood why they called him that. I was not very smart on that one.
Yes, obviously the last name Gallen, it kind of equates to the milkman because that's what they used to hand out during those times when milk was delivered to your actual doorstep. I don't know what year was that, Chris? You was around that time.
Yeah, it was. I was there for the beginning of it in the 20s, and then on. Yeah, about the 70s they stopped doing that.
Nonetheless,
never mind.
Nonetheless, that is a name that, according to Jim Bouton, the Padres could be interested in bringing aboard. Zach Gallen.
Would he not? Let me ask you this: because he had a down year for him, does that make him cheaper, or is his agent still able to say, no? Last year was a down year. You're going to have to buy the tip-top Zach Gallen.
I mean, his body of work would say that their agent is going to be able to do just that,
right?
Which is say, yep, this is an aberration. The rest of his credentials show that he is worth this much money. So, but he certainly is one of, when he's right, outside of last year, when he seemed to be right often, he's one of the better pitchers you can have in your rotation.
I'd sign up for him
for sure. I think, man, I could, him and Ruben Niebla, I think could
Ruben getting right back on track.
I think that would be an easy project for
Ruben would have a lot to work with.
Oh, yes. Indeed.
Remember when I asked Ruben at spring training and I said, God, I wish I would have known you when I was in college. Remember, I was just joking with him because you could have helped me. And he said, how fast did you throw? And I said, well, in the high 80s. He goes, I couldn't have helped you.
he
immediately said, no, could not have helped that.
I couldn't help you.
No.
But we're at that time of year. I mean, we're getting close to into the World Series. Once that happens, this is the type of conversations we'll be having until actual names come off the board. But Zach Gallen would be a good piece if the Padres could entertain what it would cost to bring him in.
I was also reading from that same article that because of his struggles this last year, he could be gettable in a way that you're not going to have to pay top dollar for him.
I
and
think
you're
that's
not
just ask Tony.
I think that's fair.
Sorry,
Carl Sheffers with another question over there.
I think it's fair to say that you might be able to get him a little bit cheaper, but
right.
I don't think it's nothing that's like moves the needle.
I think it was more of years on the contract.
Yeah.
So you're not getting 7, you're getting 3.
He may end up, I mean, depending on the market, because remember, you are moving into a time where there's some uncertainty. So teams handing out years beyond the collective bargaining agreement. And we saw this not that long ago when this happened the first time. There were guys who had to re-enter free agency, taking that kind of 1-year prove-it deal because teams weren't willing to go the amount of years that it would take because of the possibility of a work stoppage. So that's the other thing to keep in mind.
That's another thing that you got to negotiate for sure.
100%. Are teams, Padres included, willing to enter this free agent market, knowing that there is no guarantee that the seasons will continue beyond 2026 without any interruption? Do they?
So who does this favor in negotiations, the team or the player? Because the player. Is the player going to want to take a 4-year contract when they might stop getting paid after the first year? So I don't know. Yeah, it's all right.
I would think so. I would think you still take it. I mean, I think they would all assume that eventually the deal gets done. And
right. And then we get back to it.
If the deal gets done, you're probably working under those particular guidelines or that CBA that the deal was actually done under. You're not even under the new CBA.
The dumbest question of all is going to be this one. Why don't they just settle something now since they know they'll eventually get it done down the road?
Yeah,
I know.
That's
Can't do it.
Nah,
Negotiations never work that way. I know.
You just gotta kick that can as far down the road as you can.
Yeah, I know, but you know you're going to get settled. Yeah, I mean, the only other option is that you just eliminate baseball forever. So you're going to get something settled. So why not just get it out of the way? I know it won't happen.
That's logical.
I know.
You're
right.
speaking logic.
Logic doesn't enter into it.
About?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to break.
That's how we did things back in the day in Bedrock, Tony. When we had a problem at the quarry.
Flintstones.
When we had a little problem at the quarry, we just ironed it out.
You slid on your Brachiosaurus into
That's
work.
right. Yeah.
Bare feet moving the car.
Man, Chris does have the calves to be able to move a car.
Yeah, I believe it.
Maybe.
I believe it. We can call a little Aztec Friday here today. Kirk Kinney will join us next, talk a little Aztec football. We got JD Luster a little bit later on in this show, talk a little Aztec basketball. It's a nice Aztec day, must say. More Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
Ben and Woods.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick, so goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire. Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick, so goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go.
Scraby lording over the organ there on Halloween. Welcome you back, Yabba Dabba Doo, Crisello or Fred Flintstone. We got Dryer, Rounders Dryer over there, and I don't know what Scraby is.
I'm Ghostface.
What is that?
What is that?
Scream.
Oh.
Ghostface is the killer from Scream.
Oh, yes, but he's got the long... Wait a minute. That doesn't... You don't look anything like that.
You just have a shirt
you have
on.
a T-shirt on. That doesn't qualify.
Yeah. That does qualify.
You know, speaking of Larry David, they showed a clip of Larry David last night of two kids in normal costumes or normal wear on Halloween coming up to his door, you know, on the show. He's like, "What are you guys?" And they're like, "I'm my sister." What? And he's like, "Get out of here."
Seriously.
You know Larry David, and he doesn't give him anything. And then, of course, they come back and they egg his house, and
I knew
the show is on.
I knew I was going to take flack because everybody says, Scraby, you love the scary movie. Scraby, you love all that stuff. This is a year-round thing for me. So I don't need to dress up on Halloween because I am living spooky season year-round.
I kind of disagree with you, but I think you should have dressed up. But it's okay. We are here, and we are rolling. Kirk Kenny's going to join us. Here's the story of the day, though. Never mind the World Series. Never mind the Dolphins firing their general manager. Never mind who might be coming to the Padres. I think Tony will agree with me. This is big. Tonight begins the NBA Cup.
Oh, my God.
That's right.
I knew you would like that.
I forgot.
I knew you'd be happy with that, Tony. I knew you'd like it. Yeah, all the games tonight are in the regular.
Don't be a natural born.
Don't be a hater. Yeah, that's right.
This thing.
Here we go. Here he goes.
This whole NBA Cup thing is far too confusing. I don't care about it's a preseason tournament, basically.
If you don't care,
the stats don't even count.
No way. Totally wrong.
Whining if
totally
you don't
wrong.
care.
Totally wrong. The only game they don't count is the actual championship game,
right?
Which is kind of silly when you think about
everything else counts.
But the rest of the games tonight do count in the normal standings.
Cool floors, cool uniforms.
Right? You got the fun floors tonight.
Come on, dude.
Fun floors.
You got the colorful floors. Come on.
What is it, like Tuesdays and Fridays and the second Thursday?
I believe it's going to be I think this year they're going every Friday for the next month, and
that makes it easier.
And a couple of selected days during the week to make sure everybody plays. That's going to throw him off.
You know who's most mad about this? the guys who have to change out the floor. They're like, really? I got to change out the floor for this stupid NBA Cup?
Have you seen NBA arenas now? Every team has 17
They
floors.
do that on an everyday basis now.
They all have.
Well, they're like, why do we have to add another one for this stupid NBA Cup? It doesn't even count.
I would surmise that most people don't complain like you.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe not.
No,
there's a lot of complainers out there.
Don't forget, again, the results of tonight's games do go in the regular standings as well.
But I thought you said the stats don't matter.
No, the stats matter.
Do matter, buddy.
Yeah,
they matter.
They're part of you. This is all part of your 82-game season. It's very confusing for a guy like you. I totally get that.
You have to watch the games. You have to watch.
But what is the benefit of winning the NBA Cup?
You get some change.
Lakers put a banner up a couple years ago.
Sure did.
That's it.
But having said that, Tony, I don't know which team won it last year, so I've already forgotten.
Pacers won it last year, didn't they?
The NBA Cup, they won the entire thing.
No,
the Thunder did. Thunder did.
I don't know who won the NBA Cup last year, but I do know the Lakers won the first one a couple of years ago.
I do know that because they put up a banner and LeBron kind of was laughing at it. So.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
You just made that up.
You have no idea.
You just literally made that up.
One thing that we're waiting is Kirk coming on shortly. Talk about the Aztecs, but they brought this up. I think it is interesting. There's been 4 seasons in baseball, Tony, where the World Series was contested between one team had swept the LCS and the other team had gone 7, which is what happened this year.
Yeah.
Right? The Dodgers swept, Toronto went 7. And the team that went 7 won every time. So maybe there is a little something to that layoff because maybe Toronto's trying to do it again.
Well, we're going to hear that excuse.
You're going to hear it if they win.
100%. Toronto wins today. Tomorrow,
it'll all be because of the layoff.
7-day layoff was just too much.
Yeah. Sorry, Dodgers. All right. Kirk Kenny is indeed with us. He doesn't have to go anywhere this week, right? The Aztecs are finally back home.
I have to go to Snapdragon.
Snapdragon. What'd you say?
That's a little bit closer. You don't
he
have
said
to.
He has to go to.
You don't have to
Snapdragon.
drive to Fresno or nothing.
You're probably
crazy
not
like that.
stuck in a major traffic. How long did it take you to get out of downtown LA last Friday?
Oh, like an hour and a half.
Wow, that's pretty
not that
actually
bad.
fair.
Yeah. One more reason to dislike LA.
There's a lot of them.
That's number 83.
Let's talk about another shutout, Kirk. And both Tony and I agreed, although I read in your story that there's been a lot of pushback in Fresno. The fans are mad that they didn't just take the field goal at the end so they could avoid being shut out. And both Tony and I thought, no, that's be a competitor. Go out and try to score your touchdown. Anyway, for the Aztecs, 3 shutouts is pretty good.
I agree. It's most of the nation, and I kind of can see, if somebody wants to keep a streak going, okay, you're throwing a field goal and that keeps it going. That was what's amazing, and that was the first home shutout in 40-some years for Fresno State.
Oh, wow.
So that might be
that.
why they were making such a big deal.
They had never been shut out at home.
Bogus. Yeah, to me, it's kind of bogus to just do that to try and avoid being shut out. You're not really avoiding it by, I think, kicking a field goal. But
yeah.
The Aztecs have been amazing. What's also interesting in this matchup against Wyoming is they're coming off a shutout of 28-0 against Colorado State. So I think that adds a little more intrigue to this matchup.
Kirk, what's the deal with Jaden Denigal? His name popped up on the questionable list. We saw him come out due to the stinger last week. Is he going to be set to go for tomorrow's game?
I think that's going to be the big question. The final availability report comes out 3 hours before kickoff. I was kind of surprised to see him pop up on there. Although at this point in the season, I think you could make almost everybody questionable because I'm sure they're not 100%. But that being said, I saw him Wednesday practice and he looked fine to my eye. I don't know if Thursday practice was closed, but maybe they felt compelled to put that up there. Maybe there's some gamesmanship going on. It makes Wyoming think about, hey, maybe we got to see a different quarterback.
If Emmanuel is the guy, do they have a pass package for him? I mean, he's come in and replaced Denigal a couple of times here, and to me, they've just kind of exclusively gone with the run.
They haven't thrown one.
I don't know that he's probably thrown a couple, but not many, right, Kirk?
Yeah, he's 5 for 8. Now, I mean, obviously, a lot of times he's coming in the fourth quarter when the Aztecs have a big lead, and so you're not going to keep throwing usually there anyway. But he's much more known for being very good on the run and not so much for the pass. So you definitely would have to change the game plan to account for that. But we'll just have to see. I mean, in some ways, does that his ability to pass or lack thereof kind of even out the surprise of having a different quarterback? I think it'd be intriguing either way, but I think Aztec fans want to see Denegal.
Kirk Kinney joins us, Union Tribune, covers the Aztecs, and Kirk, a 10.5-point favorite are the Aztecs. That's not typical, especially with these two teams, right? This is a pretty close matchup most nights.
Yeah, the last 4 matchups the difference has been a total of 11 points. So it's been pretty close. And in fact, this is one of their closest series. The Aztecs only lead at 20-19, and that was because of last year they won 27-24. So regardless of how good or bad either team's been playing through the years, it seems like they usually put on a pretty good and close game.
Do the Aztecs need to do a little better job of getting I don't want to be critical of a 23-0 game in any way, shape, or form, but their playmaker is Napier, and he didn't really get into the game last week. Now, did Fresno take him completely away, or did the Aztecs use him more as a decoy, or was this something that maybe it was a tad of an oversight?
I think it was a combination of things, both things that you said there. One thing is he had probably the biggest play he made was on the one when he fumbled the ball, because there were guys kind of holding him down. He still was able to get up, and he made the tackle to prevent a potential touchdown the other way. But I do think they're just probably looking at how a team attacks the Aztecs, and I think Fresno State was much more determined to take him out of the game, and so they went to other guys for success.
Now, Wyoming on their side, they don't have a crazy good offense, but you mentioned the 3 shutouts that they've had. They've also been able to turn the ball over. I mean, what does this Wyoming defense look like? What kind of issues can they maybe press upon the Aztecs?
Their biggest thing last week against Colorado State, they had 3 interceptions, and 2 of them led to touchdowns. They've been, I think, decent at forcing some fumbles, which the Aztecs have been very good at not fumbling. Their first fumble of the season was last week that they lost. So I think that's one thing to try and somehow knock the ball out of the Aztecs' hands. The Aztecs have been very good protecting the ball through the air. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can, maybe force a few things that do create some turnovers. I think that's Wyoming's biggest chance of staying in the game is forcing some turnovers.
Aztecs take on Wyoming tomorrow. 4:00 is the kickoff at Snapdragon Stadium. I know, some of my college friends have traveled back for the game, and I know that they're still trying to increase the excitement and get that home field advantage to where they are. But I got to believe that people are taking a little note. I mean, just on the fact they're a 10.5-point favorite tells me somebody's noticing what they're doing right now, Kirk.
Yeah, I think they're really looking at the defense, and those 3 shutouts loom large, especially in this matchup. Wyoming just has not – they've only averaged 21 points a game, which I think is 111th in the nation. So between the 2 of those, I think that's what's gotten the spread as high as it's been. And then the Aztecs have been productive enough on offense that I think they think the Aztecs will put up a few points. But it's been an interesting college football year in general, and Mountain West specifically. We've seen some upsets and some scores that you might not have imagined.
Looking ahead, Kirk, and we hate to do that, but that's kind of the nature of our business here. The Aztecs will move to 7-1 if they get the win. They'll continue to be undefeated. They got Hawaii next week, and then they have Boise State, and that sets up probably what would be the biggest matchup of the season for the Aztecs. I mean, we're talking about it before you had on Tulane getting beat up right now. I mean, some of these teams starting to chip off that the Aztecs need to get ahead, but obviously that Boise State matchup looms pretty large.
Completely agree. I think that one, if they continue on their present paths, I think that will be for home field advantage for the Mountain West Championship game. The key before that, obviously, Aztecs need to beat Wyoming to stay on track.
Right.
And then the Hawaii game's big because Hawaii only has 1 loss in conference. If they can beat the Aztecs, that would give them a leg up on the Aztecs for that other berth if it's Boise State and right now it's the Aztecs and Hawaii and one other team. I think UNLV also has only one loss.
Right.
What hurts UNLV is they don't play San Diego State, so they can't try and get a leg up in that regard.
Now, don't say any of it, Kirk. We're going to run through them all, baby. Feeling it. You're going to be busy around the holidays, Kirk. I don't know if you can drive to Georgia, wherever the hell you're going to have to drive for a college football playoff, but you better gas up the car, my friend.
Yeah, I'd like to go to Georgia. Atlanta's the home.
You're not going to drive that far, would you? Come on.
If I get a couple sponsors, maybe.
And I'm sure the one thing about Georgia, I know they have a Chick-fil-A down there because that's where it was all invented.
That's where it started.
Yeah, so you get to go to the home of Chick-fil-A. I'm bringing Georgia up as the possible opponent. Who knows who would be the opponent? If the Aztecs got there, it'd be the greatest thing I can imagine. Kirk, enjoy the game tomorrow. And are you dressing up today, or what's your Halloween plans? Anything for you?
Oh, I put in a lawn to tell people to stay off it, and I'm going to go as an old man.
You put in a lawn just so you can tell people to stay off of it. That's good.
Good stuff, Kirk.
Be aware if you're in Kirk's neighborhood tonight. He'll be
we haven't had a trick-or-treater in 22 years, and I'm hoping to keep that streak going.
22 years? Oh, goodness.
Well, they have to. We have a hill that's takes about 3 minutes to climb, and so that just I think really discourages a lot of people.
It's like
the kids say
candy's not worth it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
they go for the low-hanging candy.
Right. And if we get up there, all that's going to be up there's a sign that tells us to stay off the lawn.
Right.
So we're not doing it. All right, Kirk. Thanks, buddy.
Kirk.
Enjoy the game.
All right.
Kirk
Talk to
Kenny.
you guys later.
Yep. Aztecs, Wyoming tomorrow, 4:00 for the game. 7-1. Hawaii 8-1. Boise 9-1. I don't remember they finished. I get two more after that, and then
we got a ways to go.
We got a long way to go. We truly do. But it is fun to dream, and as they say at the end of Shawshank Redemption, hope is a good thing.
For sure.
We got hope.
Hope is all we got sometimes.
And we didn't have hope last year with the football.
No
so
hope.
We have it this year.
No hope at all.
That is good. Scraby, he's funny. I remember Kirk being that
I know
funny.
I'm funny. Thank
you are funny.
Thank you. No, Kirk was definitely
he's on a roll tonight. But no, you brought it up. Tulane lost last night. We're going to get it into the Daily Gambit, but that was a big loss because they were one of the teams that were ranked slightly above the Aztecs in the best of the rest. So those are the kind of games, it's a Thursday night game. You don't pay much attention to it. That was really helpful last night as far as the Aztecs are concerned.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's why they just got to keep going out.
Keep doing your
care
thing.
of business. Let these teams knock themselves off, and we can send old Kirk to
driving to Atlanta for the playoff game. That would be something. He'd have to call us like every day that week, stopping in. Where are you today, Kirk? Where in the world is Kirk Kenny? Yeah, we could follow him all the way. All right, real quick on the Dolphins. I'll get it out of the way. It sounds silly to say this, but they actually didn't play that badly, I didn't think. The score was a blowout, of course. But if you looked at the total yardage, it was almost even, which is strange for a 20-point spread. Lamar Jackson, I thought, made 4 good plays in the game, but they all just happened to be touchdown passes, right? Tua could get down the field, but couldn't get in the end zone. But what do we think of them firing the general manager and not the coach? This is a very weird thing to me. I can't think of a lot of examples of this.
This has your boy written all over it.
Stephen Ross?
Stephen Ross. We read that earlier, that he was not inclined to like making moves during the season.
Right.
This is the closest he can get.
So this is the best he could do.
Just to try to appease.
Do you think he's that dumb? I do. But do you think he's that dumb that he looked at his general manager and said, "You're the guy who spent all this money on these bad players," instead of saying the coach is the guy who can't seem to coach them?
I don't know. It seems like ever since the governor of Louisiana came out and has been on top of the AD's heads, it has shifted the blame from the actual coaches now to the people hiring the coaches.
Yeah.
And he seems like he's the second casualty of this right here.
Yeah. Well, adios to.
I don't know that even. I don't even know if before today, anybody could have told you who the Miami GM was.
I was probably the only one who
might have been the only one.
Yeah. I knew it was Chris Greer.
Did you?
Because earlier in the year, which this popped in my head immediately when I heard the news, he said this is going to be like a financial reset year, and I'm like, okay,
yeah.
If you say
so
that
he was
before
already giving
season,
excuses.
yes, exactly.
Well, he was trying to lay the groundwork.
But I think it's better to keep McDaniel there for the rest of the season, just because it throws the team into chaos even more. You know,
but what are you playing for at this point? To me, I think you bring somebody in, and you start setting a new
unless you're gonna go out and hire the person that's actually gonna be there beyond just this season.
What are they 2-7?
All right, fair
7?
Enough. 2-7. Yeah,
they would have to win out basically for the playoffs.
They're not. Yeah, well, that was long ago lost for sure.
Sorry.
All right, Ravens. Meanwhile, the Ravens are now 3-5, and everybody's talking like they're going to the Super Bowl.
That is true.
Calm down. They whipped the Bears and the Dolphins. I don't know that's quite ready for Super Bowl, but they are a whole lot different with Lamar. We know that. All right, little daily gambit and more Gwynn and Chris around the corner. Good start to the program today.
boy T. Gwynn up 1-0.
That's right.
Must say.
Yeah, I heard apparently all guests on the show are on the David P. Shapiro fan hotline, in case nobody was aware of that out there. And if you had forgotten, I apologize. I did not remind you today. But I do love the guy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Can you read the read, though?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll guess. David P. Shapiro fan hotline, like Kirk Kenny was on that. And David P. Shapiro is a criminal defense attorneys. They help good people regain control of their futures if they're charged with a crime. And they've been doing it since 2010. DavidPShapiroLaw.com. Thank you, Kirk.
Today could be the day that everyone just has to admit that the Blue Jays were better or are better than the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Do you think any Dodger fan will admit to that?
I'm pretty sure no Dodger fan.
Yeah.
I take that back. There's going to be some that are irritated enough.
Well, there's a few of them that I'm sure have already fired Dave Roberts.
For sure.
Whatever reason they can think of.
The Blue Jays are on the cusp of pulling off by odds counts.
One of the biggest upsets really in World Series history, and that's not overstating it.
No.
I'm going back to the Tony La Russa A's back in the 89-90. They lost. The Reds swept them one year, and that was Lou Piniella's Reds. The Dodgers actually with Oral Hershiser and Kirk Gibson beat the A's.
Oakland, yeah,
that was a massive Oakland team. I would say the Marlins over the Yankees, probably another one up there on the list of big upsets.
That was a big one for sure.
This is going to be right there in terms of, like you said, Tony, the odds. Nobody gave Toronto much of a shot at all. So.
Daily Gambit. How do you guys think you did last night?
I know, not as good as you. You were 6-1.
That's right.
Is that what you're trying to point out?
What I was trying to point
that was what you were getting to.
So let's go ahead and get to it while we're waiting.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is a mortal lock.
Washington! Woohoo!
If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. Augie on the chat says, just by the odds, though, the Jays won the East and were pretty dominant since May, which is true. They were very dominant.
He's not wrong, but because the Dodgers ran through the National League in the playoffs, that's why the Jays were long shots.
Tony just is going to sit over there and just
he was the one
to relish in his.
Yeah, he was the one who said
I
it
knew
right
this was going to happen.
Sure he did.
Wait, it hasn't happened yet.
Sure he did.
That's true.
Well,
that's true.
wait a minute. You picked it on Fox News too.
I did Fox Sports. I was never on Fox News. Okay,
right.
Or I wasn't even on Fox Sports. I was on Fox 5. Is what I'm trying to say.
Didn't Hannity ask you who your pick was?
Yes, he did actually. He did. In between my hot takes.
Yeah.
But yes, I did look into the camera and say the Blue Jays are going to win the World Series.
And that was all because of the thing that just brews inside of you.
What? The hatred of the Dodgers?
just hate.
Of course.
This is the Dodgers, so I think we all accept this particular.
Yeah, I love America. I would be cheering for any other American team, but I can't. So I'm going to go with my Blue Jays.
So I love America.
I love America. Ravens minus 7.5 against the Dolphins last night. Chris and I chose the Dolphins for some reason, and Tony chose the Ravens. Ravens win 28-6. Over under 31.5 or 51.5 points in the game. Chris went over. Tony and I went under. It was a combination for 34 points. So we get that one. Lamar rushing plus receiving minus 50 on the spread against Tua. Now this is crazy. Chris chose Tua. Tony and I chose Lamar. Lamar had 218 receiving and rushing yards. Minus that 50.
Passing and rushing, right?
Yes, sorry,
Okay,
he doesn't
yeah,
receive
rushing.
I wrote rushing and receiving.
Throwing that bad boy and catching it.
Passing and rushing, yes. 218 minus 50 is 168. Tua had 260 yards passing, and then we'll get to the other one in a second, but he
Yes.
had 1 yard rushing. So anyway, long story short, Tua wins.
You know, Tua was not great. He missed some throws again. But I know people get, well, he threw an interception. You know, now and again, when you throw a ball up, your receiver got to go up and try to catch the ball.
Listen,
Right? I mean, that guy went up and stole that
all the time.
interception.
You're throwing it up to a space,
Right.
thinking your
Sometimes your
wide
guys
receivers got to go make a play.
and it goes on his record. So whatever.
Derrick Henry over under 91.5 yards. I was actually surprised when I looked up the number because it didn't seem like there
It
was
was all
a
at
ton
the end
of
of the
Derrick
game.
Henry.
It was all pretty much at the end of the game. He broke a couple.
You guys went over, I went under, but he had 119 yards rushing. Over under Tua, 2.5 yards rushing. Chris and I went over. Tony went under. Now there was one play.
He scrambled.
He scrambled to his left. I was
I
like,
thought he was going to make it.
and then somewhere the defender came and he dropped down so fast
Yes.
he was 1 yard.
That man has had a lot of concussions.
Yes, he knew
better.
he knew better.
He knew better.
Number one, he dropped down fast. Number two, the guy closed quick.
He did. He
It
did.
looked like there was a little room there.
I thought
and
he was
then-
going to get it.
Yeah.
Spurs minus 5.5 over the Heat. We all went Spurs. Spurs win by 6, so we win that one. SGA. Well, this bet is
Giannis didn't play, so
null and void.
Yeah, that was
Then Tulane minus 6 against Texas San Antonio. The beep beeps, as we called them yesterday, because they're the road runners. You guys went with the beep beeps. You guys went with the beep beep. I went with Tulane. Tulane got absolutely crushed, 48-26.
so big night for Tony. He's taking the lead with 20 wins. Scraby 17.
Cooking.
Hold on, I got one thing to do before I get a point on the board. Football Talk on 97.3 The Fan is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL. What?
Speaking of which, you can't
On
count
CBS and Paramount Plus. Give me
Sorry.
watch your local NFL game live every Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. What's going on over there?
YouTube is tripping right now.
What's going on?
YouTube is tripping.
Yes. No ESPN,
Oh.
Disney channels.
Why does this happen
Wait, what
seemingly
happened?
every
They
3
have-
months?
We not getting it. That's YouTube.
Oh,
TV.
ESPN and Disney are having another
They're having
squabble.
a little squabble.
Why
So
does
you
this
can't
happen
watch
all the
anything
time?
ESPN.
No Disney channels at all, including ESPN.
Ooh, I
Do you
think
get
you
ABC
gotta,
10?
I don't think I get ABC 10
Because
either
if
right
you do,
now.
you'll be able to see Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
but
well, I gotta check that one. That might be in the local package, so it might be good there. But
why
yeah,
does
You
this
get-
seem to happen
Can you
like
cheat on your
multiple
phone
times?
and use the app?
now, fortunately, I have the ESPN app, so
Okay.
I can get
So
it.
you can get a little
But
something, but yeah.
I want it on my cable.
Yeah, no, I
that's
get
I
crazy.
don't
you.
want to have to. I want to be able to like multi-watch.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That will.
You know what's funny is they've been like
Doesn't
teasing it.
ESPN
They've been
charge?
teasing it for like 3 weeks, and you don't pay attention to it until
They
the
take it
channel's
away?
gone. Yeah,
Doesn't ESPN charge for a ridiculous amount for its services, knowing that everybody's got to pony up pretty much? And Disney's probably the one that says, no, we ain't ponying up.
well, it's not.
vice
It's not
versa.
ESPN.
Yeah, it's YouTube.
They're together.
Oh,
It's
right. I'm
YouTube.
sorry.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, YouTube right now they holding ground.
Who do you think looks worse in the whole thing? Do you
I
think
think
that
it's YouTube?
YouTube looks worse
Yes.
because they're shutting out their customers?
Right.
Especially when everybody else is paying and we can all watch on every other
Right.
service.
All the other services got their ESPN, so that's what, as a consumer, that's what you're thinking. Like,
But doesn't this seem like this happens like every 3 months?
of course it does. This is how they inch the price up a little bit more.
Entertainment, sports programming network.
We just
Running the
keep
world.
being the suckers we are
Oh, man. But we pay it
every
blindly.
time.
I wish we would all come together and just not pay one time.
I
There
One
wish
was
we
time,
so
could-
much
I would
money.
if you guys could send me confirmation,
Right. If everybody
I would-
will agree.
I would get on.
Yes.
I'll
But
agree,
unless-
Tony.
Okay, well, that's good enough for me.
I need to wait until everybody's in.
All right, we need
Reminds
to
me,
boogie through
all right,
these
we don't
bets.
have time, but it reminds me, that story reminds me of the time Phil Jackson made all the Bulls do meditation, and they all had to sit around, and he's got the candles and the whole thing, and they're all sitting there with their eyes closed. Phil's watching. Michael Jordan opened his eyes to make sure everybody else's eyes were closed because he didn't want to be the only one.
That would have been hilarious if he was the only one.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to be caught here.
You're not going to get me with the banana.
Checked every right. Okay, Dodgers 1.5 again. Same. Scraby, who do you have?
Jays.
Jays for the wrap up tonight. Why not? Yeah. going to be close. Toronto's been right there. Tony, sweep.
TOR.
7.5 runs. It's gone down a little for tonight's game with Yamamoto pitching.
Under.
Been under all series. So over.
Ooh.
I always like one over game. Tony, under.
Under, please.
Scrape.
I think over.
Over. Wow. Okay. Yamamoto 6 2/3. Over under. So basically, got to get 7 innings to win, Tony. Over under for Yamamoto.
He's 7.
Got to get 7 to win.
Yeah.
6 2/3 is under.
Over.
Over. Going to get to this complete 7. Scraby?
This dude is due for a clunker. I'm going to say under.
I don't know that he's due for a clunker.
That's a crazy
but
lineup right there, Chris. That's from the 93 World Series.
93 Blue Jays with Ricky leading off.
Devon
Paul Molitor,
White, second.
Hall of Famer in there.
Roberto Alomar
Roberto Hall
sixth.
of Famer hitting 6th. Yeah, there was a reason they won that
okay.
year, the 93. That was the Joe Carter home run season.
Did you go under, Chris?
Yeah, just because of the odds. All right, one last time, Ohtani versus Vlad. This time total bases, Scraby. Looks like they're pitching to Ohtani, so we'll do total bases. What do
You know,
say?
I'm subscribing to the theory that Shohei Ohtani has had a couple great games, but for the most part, he has been not very
Pedestrian.
great. Pedestrian.
Going Vlad?
I'm going to go Vlad.
I mean, Vlad's got to finish it off in style, doesn't he, Tony?
He wins MVP if that
Gotta
happens.
hit another homer.
Bring it home, Vlad.
Vlad. Okay, we'll go to some football. Phony Niners.
Oh, yeah.
At Giants. San Fran by 2.5. I picked San Fran in our pick'em, so I'll take you, Scraby. I'm going with you. You better not let me down. Tony, Giants, I'm sure.
Giants to cover.
Giants at home to lose by 2.
Scraby.
SF.
This game makes me nervous, but I'm going to go 49ers.
All right. KC Buffalo. Yeah, I think it's at Buffalo. 52.5 points. That is a lot of points. Tony.
What was the number?
52.5.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Allen, my homeboy.
Over.
Over. Okay. Scrape.
I go over, yes.
Over. I don't know. KC's defense impresses me. I'll say under.
Yeah, they always impress. And then Josh Allen shows up and he just goes up and down the field every time.
Yeah, you're right. Hopefully he'll throw a couple to James Cook on the way down the field. San Diego State, 10.5 over Wyoming. I don't think any of us, we're all believers now, aren't we?
I am, yes.
We're all going there, or anybody want the points?
Tony told me earlier he wants to go with Wyoming.
Cowgirls. You're taking the Cowgirls. By the way, I'm not making fun of them. The Wyoming women's teams are the Cowgirls, and I always have to kind of adjust to that when I'm calling one of their games. Texas -3 against Vandy. What is Vandy doing in here? It's at Texas. And 3, it is Tony's turn to go first.
Give me Sark's team.
Sark at home. Scraby.
I'm going to go Vandy.
I would love to go Vandy, but this seems at home. Although Manning is in the concussion protocol. Real quick, sorry. Knicks 5.5 at Bulls. Bulls are still undefeated, though. Scraby.
Bulls.
You've been on the Bulls. I think 5.5. You got to take the Bulls.
Bulls playing?
Knicks at home.
Ooh.
Bulls are underdog, getting 5.5.
Ooh. Yeah. Bulls.
Bulls. Luka -7 points. Ja Morant. It's Lakers Memphis. Luka's back, but he's getting his feet wet. I'll take Ja.
I'll take Ja too.
I get 7 points. Scraby?
I'll take Ja.
Ja. That's how it finishes. All right. When we come back, Tony's gonna send us out.
Yes,
step on and get another point added to my score.
Keith Costigan joins us, television analyst for MLS Season Pass. We'll talk SDFC as we get ready for the weekend. More good news.
All guests on the 97.3 The Fan hotline join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their futures when they are charged with a crime. Been doing it since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Thanks to them, we'll be going out on the hotline here shortly. Keith Costigan, television analyst, MLS season pass on Apple TV. Guys know San Diego FC, Portland Timbers tomorrow, 6:30. Scrape? Yes? No? Oh, not yet.
Calling right now.
Okay. While you're calling, this is a long shot and a rumor thing, but I'm happy to see this. Something says, how crazy is this that John Gruden could go to the Steelers rumor, replace Mike Tomlin? I don't know if that's even possible, but I'm happy to see this, Tony, because John Gruden is the name I've thought of as somebody that could just revamp the whole Dolphin program. I know he left in shame.
Yeah, he didn't really get a chance to see it through with the Raiders.
Yeah. I would, I'm not Stephen Ross, but if he's in his 80s, this might be his last shot as an owner.
Yeah, no,
I'd say give John Gruden the keys, but we'll see where that goes. All right, we do have Keith Costigan. Very happy to have him on. Television analyst, MLS season pass, Apple TV. Keith, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm in Portland already. I'm excited for tomorrow's game, as I'm sure you guys are. And I guess I'm going to throw it back to you. Do San Diego finish it off tomorrow?
Of course. We wouldn't go up there for any other reason, Keith. I mean, we're not going up there to smell the roses. No, I don't know. Your thoughts would be, welcome here, because I thought, San Diego certainly played well at the beginning. I thought they kind of dominated. They caught them, and got to the 2-0 lead. I thought Portland did a pretty good job of steadying it. I'm not as expert as you guys are, but, they got the 1 goal back. They had some real chances early in the second half to tie it or equalize, as they say. And then they got the red card. So that kind of took the game out. But does Portland gain enough confidence from their performance to be able to, win tomorrow, in your mind?
Yeah, I think the way you described the game is exactly how I saw it. San Diego were outstanding to begin. No nerves in terms of first playoff game at home. Portland did have a spell, but when you look back at the numbers in the game, they still only had 3 shots on goal. They only had 5 shots overall to San Diego's 15. Yeah. The expected goals number, which is a big metric we use, was heavily in favor of San Diego. And by the way, San Diego are the best away team, the best road team in Major League Soccer, and they just won in Portland a couple of weeks ago. So if I'm Portland, you could say, yeah, we played well for 20, 30 minutes, but you can't get away from the fact that in 3 games this year, San Diego pretty much had your number, even more so in your own stadium. So I don't know if they have enough in them to do that kind of sustained spell for 90 minutes here tomorrow night.
Keith, you kind of mentioned it. SDFC went in the last game on decision Saturday and really put a whooping on them that last game of the season. You fast forward to this possible closeout matchup. Chucky Lozano was not in uniform for the home matchup. He'll be in uniform. He'll probably most likely come off the bench. Obviously, a player of his caliber, that's a nice piece to be able to bring off the bench at any point in time should they need it.
Yeah, and I would argue this is the best possible outcome for Mikey Varas as a head coach. When you're trying to send a lesson to a big player, if you lose and then you're saying, hey, come back, the big player kind of has this attitude, oh, you need me now. But they went ahead and won. So now they're saying, look, we can win without you. We've shown it now 2 weeks in a row. We're welcoming you back in. And I actually feel that brings Chucky Lozano back in with a point to prove. So when he comes on, we know about his quality. We know about his ability to have that kind of ace in your back pocket as well to play perhaps late on in the game. I'm with you. I don't think he's going to start. But if he comes on late in the game, it just gives you that X factor again. So I think the club handled this superbly. Getting the win made it, wins all round. And I think, you can put it behind you now because I think Chucky wants to be a part of a successful run in playoffs.
As this turns out, the SDFC will end up playing Portland 3 straight times. So I have to beat them 3 straight times. Now, Keith, what's the weather looking like out that way? It sounds like the temperatures are going to be pretty cool. Chance of rain. Does that impact how this game can go with weather possibly being a factor?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be Portland-style weather, at this stage of the year. So we're expecting rain. It is a little bit cooler, but it was similar to that a couple of weeks ago. And
Okay.
you look to some of the Scandinavian players in the lineup for San Diego FC. Of course, they went to San Diego for the weather and everything you get in San Diego, but I'm sure it'll give them a little bit of taste of home as well. And I would argue this: any coach who's going in to his team talk and saying, "Guys, I think the weather's with us today," you're probably on the road to losing anyway. So if that was Portland's team talk, they're struggling.
Keith, real quick, I thought one of the things we were all talking about to a lot of the analysts who've been on with us all year was what SDFC was going to look like and how their style was going to look in a playoff match. So what did you see in week one that should make me feel better about, SDFC, or was there anything that, maybe was of a little concern in terms of their style of play translating to postseason?
No, I think what you saw is a team that is stood firm. Like, remember, San Diego had a couple of wobbly spells. They were top of the West near the end of the season, lost top spot and had to regain it on decision day. So I think throughout all of those processes, they've been the team they said they would be. They haven't switched their identity. So I think in that regard, you're saying this is a team that knows who they are, knows what they want to do. I would say, you guys mentioned that already, there was a spell in the second half when Portland got back into it. Portland are, 7th, 8th, 9th seed. I don't think you're going to get away with a spell like that against a team like Seattle Sounders, a veteran in the playoffs, an LAFC who brought in Sun, who's been lights out since arriving. So those warning signs are good. Those would be the things that I would say, look, we got to clean those up. But I think overall, first home game, I think that the game really couldn't have gone any better than that.
Keith Costigan joins us, television analyst for the MLS Season Pass on Apple TV, and we often don't like to look forward, but I think it's due in this particular.
It's our job
in this particular
to
time.
Overlook opponents. Yes, we can do it.
Keith, how I mean, obviously you get to the next round, it's one game and done, but what type of pressure does that add that's different than this first round where it's kind of a best of three, whereas you lose in the second round, you go home?
Yeah, no, it's a great point because San Diego knew in that very first home playoff game, even if we lose, we're still in the playoffs. So the next round, it's almost for real. And I think you say looking ahead, Minnesota won game one of their series against Seattle. Minnesota won a few weeks ago in San Diego, where San Diego played kind of like they did at the weekend, played really good for 60 minutes. San Diego got a goal late, and then all of a sudden, they're that kind of team. They're a smash and grab team. They're very defensive. So it's going to be a difficult test. Look, nothing against Portland. I think are a good team. They have a good coach. But the next round, you're obviously going to see teams who've battled their way to get there. And in Minnesota, you have a team that play the opposite of San Diego, so that makes it difficult. Or you play Seattle, who everybody talks about. They are the team that come alive in the playoffs every year. They're just that kind of team. They have that much experience. So either way, it's going to be a tough test. The good news is, either way, if you get it done, it's going to be in Snapdragon. And the fans really showed out last weekend.
Yeah, Tony was there last week. He would not let them lose. So they should be okay. One last quick thing. They win tomorrow, and then the Minnesota-Seattle series plays out for another week and a half, right? So if they win tomorrow, San Diego, they may not play for another, 2-3 weeks? That's a little weird.
Yeah, look, please don't ask me to explain this because
I know.
We have an international window, and I had someone say to me, why are they having an international window during the MLS playoffs? And you got to look at it the other way around. The international teams are saying, why are you having the MLS playoffs in the middle of our international window? So look, it's not ideal, but all I can say is at least it gives you something to look forward to. Not ideal for a coach because you lose some players. They go with their national teams. But look, the best things come to those who wait. We'll patiently wait, and we'll be ready for that next round.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But we love it. Keith, thanks for everything. I've said it to everybody from MLS Season Pass. You guys have been really gracious to us. And enjoy the call tomorrow night. We look forward to watching you guys.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, Keith Costigan from MLS Season Pass, Apple TV. You can watch it tomorrow night, 6:30. SDFC goes for the clinch. When I asked him about the delay to the second round, I was just talking about Minnesota and Seattle playing a third game potentially. I didn't know there was what did he say? A window?
Transfer
Wait,
window.
we got to wait another couple of weeks, maybe?
So it might be even longer than what you're thinking.
You know who'll be happy about that? Mr. Scraby. He loves the fact that the season's been going on for a while.
I've
given him a chance to kind of get.
He was randomly
kidding.
complaining about it. It's
Well,
like,
playing all year.
I was really excited when the season started, but that seemed like 25 years ago at this point. Like this, we've been through one
it's
season.
about as long as a baseball season. It started like,
but they don't have the same. They don't even have nearly the same amount of games.
I don't think they could be possible to play soccer 162 games.
No, I get it.
When was the first game? February.
It was before spring training. I remember Manny came home with the guys on the jet.
Spring training.
It was during spring training because Manny
started.
flew on the jet with some of the guys to open up the season. But yeah, I know there are people out there rolling their eyes at me. It's just for me.
Scraby just likes to be mad at things.
No, for me. It's really difficult to get into something that just drags on for so long.
To keep your attention, is that the problem for you?
I don't know that you got into it the way you should have.
Yeah, you haven't really gotten into it anyway.
What do
you mean? I've been to like 4 games. I've been to. I've done a lot.
Games.
I didn't realize you've been to 4
matches. Sorry,
I didn't realize you've been to 4 of them.
I have in the beginning of the year. I did. I went with Chris to
one.
one.
I stand corrected then, sir.
Yeah, I love going. I love watching them. They're
just
really
complaining
fun.
about how long the season is.
Someone could also say the NFL only plays once a week, but that's how it's been my entire life. So
did anybody mention what the match I went to Scraby with? I watched the second half alone.
Oh, he left?
I don't know. I don't want to say. He's looking up and like, what?
I
can't remember somewhere to go. I think I don't know.
No, I did. I do. I think I had to go pick someone up from the airport.
Oh, is that what it was?
Okay,
no, I really do.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right. It's really tough with all of us because we don't let each other get away with anything. So
pipe down, Fred Flintstone.
Sorry about that. All right. Well, we'll get a little break. I'll eat my brontosaurus burger, and then we're back with more Gwynn and Chris.
Do you want to read the ad first, and you're going down 2 points?
Darn it! I got the brontosaurus burger in. David P. Shapiro fan hotline. Thanks for having Keith Costigan on it. The hotline, criminal defense attorneys, David P. Shapiro. They help good people regain control of their futures when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
Stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low. One heart. That'll happen. They're really sure. There, go. Oh, you idiot. Typical tandem student right there. I tried. I wrecked your good job, buddy. Fun, huh? You need help with anything? Okay, I'm nervous. Stand up, stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low.
.340 on the clock. If you love Mediterranean food, try Spiro's for authentic Mediterranean cuisine in Coronado or La Jolla. For fine dining or takeout options, visit spiroscuisine.com. Countdown. Today, we've been kind of spitballing this one around a little bit all day. We have settled on top 5 most difficult positions any sport.
In sports, yes.
Yeah, any sport.
In sport, any sport. So let's do this. Let's check some traffic, and let's get right to the countdown.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Toyota Poway, voted San Diego's #1 Toyota dealer by USA Today. Okay, a bunch of you better not be driving around with Halloween masks on because we got all these accidents. Not too good. Traveling on southbound side of the 15, accident clearing near Claremont Mesa Boulevard. It's in the center divide. We also have this accident on the Gilman on-ramp to southbound of 5. Also traveling on South 805 before Palm Avenue, there is a collision now over to the right shoulder. Westbound King Freeway accident on or near the Euclid off-ramp. Then up ahead near 25th Street, another collision. This one's in the center divide. We also have reports of a crash on southbound 125 Spring Street off-ramp and now northbound 125 right past the King Freeway. Reports of a collision not showing if lanes are blocked. Toyota Poway has been voted San Diego's #1 Toyota dealer by USA Today with APRs as low as 0% and tons of new Toyotas on the ground. No tricks, only treats. During the Trucktober sales event happening now only at Toyota Poway or online at toyotapoway.com in the heart of San Diego. Billy Danica with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's now time for Gwynn and Chris to rank their top 5 of the day.
Gonna grip and rip as usual.
But this isn't just a regular top 5 list.
I love it. It sounds sadistic, but I love it.
This is the countdown. And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
Yeah, you want me to go?
Go for it.
Be happy to. Countdown. Top 5. There's a few different ways to put this, but toughest positions in sports.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the title of it, but
I'm not sure why we're having such a hard time with the title.
Well, because I think that there's a few different ways to go here. I think you'll see by
Chris
some of my choices.
Chris is going to break the mold and go and
right.
Of course, he has to do it his way, Mr. Fred Flintstone. I don't know why I'm so upset.
Yabba
Fred Flintstone.
Dabba dude.
Number 5.
Do you want me to break the mold right away?
Yeah,
Please
break
do.
the mold.
Downhill skier.
That's not breaking the mold.
Okay. This came to me when we were vacationing, Lori and I, in Telluride this year. And we were walking around the slopes, obviously in the summer where it's no snow. And I remember I looked down a hill or mountain there at the top and I'm like, really? Like they skied down that?
It's like vertical.
It's vertical. And you got to do it for what, 2-3 minutes?
Yeah.
Those runs? I don't know. Maybe I'm
Or maybe like 90 seconds or something. I don't know.
I can't think of anything a whole lot more dangerous. They make it look easy on the Olympic game, but I'm gonna put that in just because I got dizzy looking down the hill and thinking I can't imagine having to ski that.
That's a good one.
So I threw that in there. Downhill skiing, number 5.
It's me.
Yep.
Number 5 on my list will be defensive cornerback.
Corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Especially in today's day and age.
CB.
Throwing the ball at a rate that we've never seen before, and these wide receivers are getting better and better.
And if you watch a Dolphin game, you realize that
it's
impossible to cover
Dolphins.
Anyone, apparently.
It always goes back to this.
Yeah, you can never say that I bring up the Niners too much.
Dolphins are just kind of a whipping boy this year. That's why.
My number 5. Don't know why I've always found this position incredible, but hockey goalie. You got these pucks coming at you at like 100 miles an hour through people.
Most padded spot on the ice, though.
It is, but trying to stop that thing, I'm not worried about the
I know there's some
crevices
crevices,
slip
but
through.
There's way more of the guys skating around with a lot more crevices available.
I'm not worried about the being hurt by the puck. I'm just saying trying to stop a puck when there's a mass of bodies in front of you and somehow it finds its way to the top, like the corner of the net. I've always enjoyed watching a hockey goalie.
Hockey goalie, not easy.
Number 4.
Number 4 for me, I'm going to go catcher. I think, there's a reason why a lot of the young managers out there are former catchers, because this is more than just playing the position and catching the ball and throwing it back to the pitcher. Yeah, now it's a little different because you don't always call the game anymore. Everybody's got the little, what do you call it, Tony? The
PitchCom.
PitchCom, thank you.
So thank you for filling.
But I still think I'll say another thing is I get a little older here. How about squatting down like 1,000 times a year?
I think about that quite often.
That's the first thing I think about.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
Cal Raleigh deserves some credit for MVP just for catching every game.
I think if he wins, that's going to be a huge reason why.
Yeah.
Because he was a catcher.
And then on top of all of that, catching and framing and being back there and putting all that stuff on and taking all the foul tips off your, noggin.
The foul tips.
Every now and again, you got to get up and throw a seed to second base and get one of those base stealers. And you look at like Fermin.
One of those base
right?
stealers.
Look at a guy like Fermin, man. He puts it right there. So I'm going to go catcher.
Money for me.
Yeah. Number 4.
Number 4 on my list. Pitcher.
No,
hitter.
Pitcher.
Oh, hitter.
Chris
I,
heard what he wanted to do.
I was excited for a minute, Tony. I thought you were giving us old pitchers a little credit
Hitter.
there.
I think it's the toughest thing to do in all sports.
Hit a baseball.
Yes.
Yeah. You have a lot of support on that.
Let's leave it at that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
It's you got, what did they say?
This is actually something a lot of people could probably understand. Why? Like hitting it at, let's say.
Well, apparently.
Yeah, you're right.
Apparently, unless you're Stephen Woods, who said he could climb into the cage at a hundo.
That was like 5 years ago.
It was right
too.
before COVID. He was saved by COVID.
I mean, we had an event set up that we were going to do.
Yes, he was saved by COVID.
Everybody can imagine what the soft toss comes in like. Now just add like another 80 miles per hour.
Yeah.
You know?
And now, how about a curveball or a
and then
splitter?
we're not even going to count the spin part.
Yeah.
I got that.
That's not easy.
Yeah, right. My number 4 is going to be race car driver, and I was thinking F1.
Don't you just sit there and kind of put your arm up on
that?
That
is
like
not
this?
true.
I know.
Do you
turn
realize?
left, big deal.
I was going to say F1 because F1 is a lot of road
right.
courses.
You do have to turn right once in a while.
And you have to also travel the world, and you have to keep up with all of that. You got to keep, but going 100 and something miles an hour with another car going 100 and something miles an hour with like an inch between you,
scary as hell.
It is very scary, and you have to have reflexes like a cat.
Well, the guy we had on from NASCAR described it perfectly.
Yeah.
He said when we go that fast, if you went anywhere close to that fast, your first instinct would be to slow down or hit the
100%.
brake.
We got to go.
We have to go. And I have heard many times that the physical strength to handle a car at that speed,
it doesn't. It's not
400
like
or 500 miles is quite something.
It's not like your car at home that has like this great power steering and like all this other stuff.
You don't get the automatic windows.
No,
if it gets warm.
you don't get that. You have to shift the gears and things like that. I will say this. I don't think I would be a pro race car driver, but I do think I could get pretty fast because I have
see that.
no fear in that department.
Yeah,
Great.
Thank you for letting me know. I'll stay as
You're
far
probably
away
going to be
from
the
you
next
as
guy to
possible.
whiz by me on the freeway.
I was thinking about that too the other day because Chris said he really hates it when people speed up and
Now,
he tries
Chris,
to get over.
Are you a slow driver? Do you drive
I don't
slow?
think so.
You don't think so?
No.
The reason
Ask my wife. She tells me to slow down
All the time.
often. But I I'm in 60s, 70-ish, low 70s.
That's kind of slow.
Huh?
So 72 on a 65?
Right.
That's
I'm keeping up with traffic. I'm gonna go a little faster. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not over in the slow lane, Tony. If that's what you're wondering.
Well, Chris said he hates it when he's trying to get over and then people speed up so that he doesn't get over, and I realize why. It's because
he's getting
people force themselves in front of your car, and so now I feel myself getting defensive because I don't want this car to almost hit me trying to get into the lane.
So you think that's what's happening with Chris?
I think that people are
I'm
speeding
going
up
too slow
because he's going too slow. Going too slow.
All right.
Number 3.
Just move on.
Go ahead, Chris.
And now that I play once a week, I got to go with the short game in golf. I was going to put putting, but it's not just the putting. The touch that they have around the green from, what is it, Scrape, 50 yards in?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe something like that.
For pros,
So
100 yards
difficult. So difficult to get it good and close and then make the putt, and they do it every time. And I'm not great. We know this, Scraby, but I've become to the point where I can get my drive out there now. But from there, that is the challenge. And the guys do it every day, all day long, so I'm impressed. Short game, number 3 for me.
Number 3 on my list, quarterback.
Quarterback.
Okay. I know we have a bunch of guys that make it look easy, but when you really think about it, there's about 10 that actually play the position like that. The rest of them
look like Tua. Sorry, I had to get another shot in.
They kind of look like Tua. You know what I'm saying? Some of them ain't paid as well as Tua.
No,
but they certainly are. I mean, just think about what you have to do. You got to know a playbook. You got to be able. We just went over one of the plays with the wristband in yesterday's show.
Yeah.
You got to have 5 different reads with some of the best athletes in the world trying to literally take your head
There's
off.
basically a
you got about 5 seconds to do this.
Yeah, there's
maybe
basically
less than that, right?
Yeah. And what is it? I mean, it's like a complete utter chaos around you.
Right.
Yep.
And you got to remain calm and
those
throw
quarterbacks
dimes.
that are at the top notch, they put it right on the money.
100%.
It's insane.
And like when they're looking this way and that's covered, they have to know that this guy's doing an 8-yard out over here. So
and
when I
soon
turn around, and throw
I
it,
got to let it go.
So Patrick Mahomes can look at you and throw it over there.
Yeah, the calculations that those guys do are
They're good.
pretty crazy.
They good.
My number 3, Chris already said it, catcher. I think that is really difficult to do. And I was going to bring up the squatting because I can't imagine squatting 162 games or 140 games or even.
There's 100 pitches a game, 130?
Yeah. And you're
Times
catching
162?
everything. You're also taking foul balls to the crotch, and you're taking foul balls to the face. You're taking foul balls to your hand. You're taking just nothing about the catcher position.
It's like just when
me.
you think you've moved everything out the way, you get one in the crotch, as you said.
That is the one position I would have liked to try, though. But as
What?
a lefty, they
I
wouldn't
would
let me back
never.
there.
I have never discouraged my son more to do something
really?
else
Other than
in my
catcher.
life. Like, please don't be a catcher.
Not only that, catching drills are basically where you try to learn how to block the ball.
Yeah.
So what they do is they get the right, Tony, you probably know, but they get the machine going 95 miles an hour to bounce it in front of you all day so that you can knock it down. That's how you practice.
You saw how Taylor's body looked in Major League when he took his shirt off. He had bruises all over himself.
There is nothing about that position that I want.
You don't like that, huh?
Number 2.
Just for fairness, can we carry it? Because we got like a minute left. We're never going to get all.
Well,
all
we
of
have
these
Chris
in.
versus fans, and then we have JD Lester.
All right. Well, I got to go fast then. Well, you said this one, goaltender, hockey. You said everything about the goaltender position except for the one thing that impresses me the most. They have to do all of it on skates.
Oh, that's also true.
It adds to the impressiveness.
Didn't even think about that part.
Yeah, they're on skates doing it. So I'll put goalie.
Number 2 for me is catcher. I mean, you got to, aside from the 130, 40 pitches you got to catch in a game, you're doing it every day. You got to know each and every pitcher. You got to know each and every hitter. And then you got to go out and also get some hits on the offensive side.
Yeah,
sometimes.
because granted, you don't. People are going to be on you.
Oh, he's just an out.
Yeah, he's an automatic out.
If you don't get a hit every time, you're Martin Maldonado. So that's no good.
Number 1.
But you didn't do number 2. It's great.
Pro golfer.
Oh,
the
golfer.
consistency of being a professional golfer is pretty impressive.
Number 1 for me. I love this segment. I'm sorry it came to a quicker end.
We could come back to it.
All right. Number 1 for me is, and I've always felt this, cornerback.
Yeah, that's tough.
Guarding a receiver, I don't know how they do it. Running backwards, the whole thing.
Am I doing it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Downhill slalom.
Oh,
same thing.
That's what you had on there.
Yeah.
How about that?
He had more. I'm thinking
going
more of the
straight line.
Yeah,
You
I'm
wanna
talking
turn.
about the.
You're going to try to turn a few.
You see too many people go down the hill on that one.
My number 1 already been said. NFL quarterback. Just having a 350-pound guy running at you while you're trying to throw the ball sounds very scary.
All right, next
making
week,
all the noise. Ha ha ha!
Yeah.
At least you get paid a lot of money. The downhill skier gets like a gold medal.
Yeah.
Chris versus the fans. 833-288-0973.
Football features Sam. Handing out some candy and whatnot. Crisello and Tony Gwynn Jr. and Scraby here. We got a little Chris versus the fans, 833-288-0973. Chance to win a trip to Las Vegas, qualify for the grand prize. Trip for two to see Mr. Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld in Las Vegas. Get 2 tickets to the show on April 17th at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace. Sorry, you don't get to stay there. You have to go across the street to the Flamingo, 2 nights there, but you get a $100 gas card so you can drive back and forth. Jerry Seinfeld returns to the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace, April 17th and 18th. You'll be going to the show on the 17th. See Ticketmaster.com if you want tickets. And let's go. We got a lot of injuries in the NFL that we need to let you in on for your fantasy lineup. A lot of guys are out this week that I wasn't aware of, but we'll do that in a little bit because we got.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. The rules. You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get the question wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and you will get that question for free today. That was a good play, guys.
Gravy, who's our first contestant?
Our first contestant for today will be Jacob.
Jacob, happy Friday. Come on down.
What's going on, guys?
Not too
Not
much.
too much, Jacob. Here we go. First question.
This will be a first-time player today.
First-time player!
Yes.
On to question number 2. Who is the most decorated U.S. women's Olympic gymnast?
Gymnast.
Simone Biles.
Hey, maybe. Yeah,
Nice
it's a winner.
Knock it down.
Good to you know your gymnast, Jacob. Well done.
There we go. What you got, Greg?
Never heard that statement before. Good to know your gymnast.
No, he knows him. Yeah.
I think, don't quote me on this, she has like 28 medals.
That sounds like a lot. I don't know
Okay,
about
never mind.
that.
Don't quote me. Okay, let's go.
I'll look it up.
That's why he said don't quote him, because
Yeah.
he knew it might be misinformation.
Let me see before we move on real quick.
Looks like 11 Olympic medals.
Okay.
You
Oh,
only-
she's
You only missed it by what? 17?
She has 30 world medals.
sorry, she's 28 years old.
Oh, goodness.
That's very typical of you, Scrape.
I don't know why I did that.
All right, here we go. Question number 3.
For the win.
Before James Franklin was fired, or excuse me, was hired, before James Franklin was hired at Penn State, which SEC school was he a head coach for 3 seasons? I could have said it the other way, too. It would have made sense.
Yeah.
She got.
Vanderbilt.
He went Vandy.
Wow.
He got it. Jacob. And he was so successful at Vanderbilt. I don't ever remember him even winning a game when he was
Jacob,
there.
stay right there.
Vanderbilt.
With all due
It's,
respect, put him on hold.
I
Thank
did.
you. How come you're not calling cheating on him? He hemmed and hawed. You call cheating on everybody.
Because it was done in quick. He couldn't have Googled that in time.
Okay.
It took me a second to
All right.
look that up.
To be fair, I think his first instinct was to do it because I looked at him and he had to look.
I did because he was quiet. But that would be a. Let me Google real quick and see what pops up when I say.
Oh, goodness. I'm sorry, Jacob. I didn't mean to do this to you.
Jacob, it's Chris's fault. It's
my fault.
He's
I
put your victory in the
cast
question.
doubt on you.
See, this is what he would have to do. James Franklin, head coach job.
Yeah, it would have.
It would
He
be
got
too
there
much.
too quick. He
Hi,
did.
Jacob. You're a winner and a good winner in your first trip to the game.
Chris
Nicely
didn't
done.
think he was a good winner because Chris thought he cheated.
No, I'm wondering why you are so quick to call out everyone else.
Because there are certain tells to someone who
Don't
Googled.
get
He
outta
didn't,
here.
he didn't give you that tell.
How do you know the tells unless you're
Because
a
you
cheater
can't-
yourself?
Because that's not something you can Google on the phone in 20 seconds.
Apparently not.
You could Google like who won the Super Bowl and blah blah blah. You could Google that real quick.
Scraby's calling good winner. Good winner.
Good
Rod
win.
said that has to be the fastest game on record. I
I
think
think
it
it is. I think
Yeah,
it is.
I
We
think
still
it may have
been.
we still got about 5 minutes.
There,
left.
Chris. You could talk about your guy, Chris Greer.
I'm done talking about him. But one thing we didn't mention is that they did announce officially that Mike McDaniel is not going anywhere till
No.
the end of the season,
He will at least
which has
be
got to
there
make
through the end
all
of the season.
Dolphin fans feel warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, I'm sure that they got the opposite feeling
Yeah.
of warm and fuzzy. Some NBA developments not having to do with gambling.
Yeah.
Referees will be wearing headsets
This is an interesting one,
during games beginning
but
Saturday.
not like an announcer's headset. That
No.
would look kind of silly running
No,
around.
they did. The league made that announcement today, rolling out a 2-phase plan to implement the devices. The first phase, which is expected to continue into January, will see referees having the earpiece clipped onto their uniforms, then using it only during instant replay reviews and other stoppages, but not actually during.
I
live
think
play.
that this should have a guy in New York going, that's a travel.
I mean, Jerry Crawford is no longer an NBA official.
Joey
Excuse me,
Crawford.
Joey Crawford.
But
is
Jerry
no-
was the
Jerry was
baseball
MLB,
umpire,
right?
yeah.
Joey is no longer an MLB, or excuse me, an NBA official, but he would be one that you wanted mic'd up. He always had some side commentary to go along.
He was funny.
with his calls.
He was funny, and he had a short fuse.
He did.
He had a little of both.
It got shorter over time.
He was entertaining in both on both sides.
I think he's.
So what is this all for?
I
mean,
think
what-
this is for. It's just more clarity, right? You know, they usually come over to the board and they
look at the camera, they announce the play or whatever. At least they do it, which baseball still hasn't got the clue, to figure it out.
No,
the baseball umpires should just always announce what's happening, but they hardly ever do.
No, it says in the second phase, which is pending evaluation of the first phase, referees will wear an earpiece throughout the game, including during live play, and be able to communicate directly with the replay center and each other at all times. So they can talk to each other on the court. If phase one goes well, they will eventually have earpieces in live play. Now, we may not be able to hear them.
Yeah, but is some guy going to be talking to you while you're running up and down the floor? It's hard enough to ref a game.
I think they're going to be talking to each other. The referees will
talk to the other ref?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. I don't like any of the guys I work with enough to want to talk to them during them.
I'm talking. Would I be able to? Hey, make sure you cover what
well, I know, but would I be able to say? I wouldn't have called that.
Well, you better make sure your mic is off.
I think that sometimes I'm like, oh no, why'd you call that? Now we're in trouble.
Since you are our resident official, does that kind of communication happen during the game? Do you?
Are you tell your partner that you didn't like his call? No, I don't do that.
I mean, in terms of the kind of.
Well, I think you come together during breaks, especially in a close game, fourth quarter. You'll say, "Hey, make sure we got this covered. You got the clock.
Like
I got this."
Like during a foul call, like after as kind of. No, not really.
Not too much. No, I mean, you make some eye contact. We make a lot of eye contact, but I think we tell each other what we're trying to, convey with the eye contact.
Gotcha.
Fourth quarter, a tight game, you get a lot of, timeout, you go over everything. But anyway, well, I'm sure it'll help the NBA in the long run to have more communication. And again, baseball umpires need this. Please tell the fans what you're calling.
I don't know that the baseball umpire, we need it.
Right. I'm not doing this just for Jesse. Right. I'm doing it for me too.
Those who are keeping score. I mean, there's so many different reasons to
help us
to be able to announce those type of things. So,
Scrape, you want the latest on your quarterback situation?
I keep hearing Kyle Shanahan say, I'm not sure.
Purdy is apparently your guy Purdy is closer, but Mac Jones will start the game. I don't. It says Shannon says it means he's got a chance to be available, which is basically a coach's way of saying, I ain't telling you anything.
Right. He might play. He might
have a chance to be available. Okay.
Let me, since I go crazy on all the other athletes, Brock Purdy's year has been a disaster. He's making number one quarterback money, and he's not playing.
Can it be a disaster?
It is a disaster.
He hasn't even played but one game.
He's played 2 games.
Sorry.
It's
what
really
they do in those 2 games?
He won the first one, and I think he lost the second one. So
I'll say this for Scraby. You would have lost a lot of money betting that Tua would outplay Brock Purdy this year.
I would
by
have.
a wide margin.
I would have. Brock Purdy has always been a guy who plays through injury, and I understand a turf toe is not an easy thing.
So you're saying that he got the money and now he doesn't want to play.
I'm not saying that.
It sounds like you're kind of moving to
intentionally got hurt.
Don't look great in my eyes.
Get out.
But if I'm gonna criticize Zion for sitting and making all the money he does,
he's
I'm going
not
to criticize
sitting right now. I just want to point that out.
He's not.
It's kind of healthy.
And you haven't heard me criticize him.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't.
So
other players that are questionable, you might be interested in. Kyler Murray Monday night, questionable. Joe Flacco, questionable. Maybe that gives another shot to that other guy for Cincinnati, which isn't great news. Was it Browning?
Yeah, also, I love that. You're so bad. We went and traded for Joe Flacco. Now he's hurt, and now you're our quarterback.
Can you help lead us to a victory? McManus is the kicker for Green Bay, but you might want to keep an eye. He's questionable. Out are Ramondre Stevenson, New England running back, Mims, receiver, Denver, DeAndre Swift, Bears, running back, Pearsall, your guy, wide receiver, Pacheco, KC. Terry McLaurin, who came back, is now back out.
Talk about another guy who got the money and hasn't done anything.
Okay. And then the last one, which I didn't know, Travis Hunter.
Yes.
Where did he get hurt during the bye week?
No, during practice.
During practice.
He says his ACL is intact.
He's on the IR, though. He's on the IR. So, Jacksonville fans.
That's a tough one.
Sorry about that.
They were just about to break him out, too.
And you know what? I can hear everybody. Well, I knew he wouldn't make it through the year healthy, trying to play both ways.
You know that's going to be the header take, right?
Yeah. But did you hear he got hurt in practice playing defense?
I don't know.
I mean, he's a two-way player. It's kind of
I
can
know,
happen.
but now he can't play defense
Or
Can't hurt-
offense.
Can't hurt in practice.
We'll check some traffic here, and we got another interview. Oh, Aztec basketball.
Yeah,
Our
buddy.
favorite subject on this show. J.D. Luster getting us ready for another season of Aztec hoops next on Gwynn and Chris.
From the 8th.
Thank you.
4:19 on the clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Scraby. It's an Aztec Friday. Indeed. JD Luster joins us, assistant coach for the Aztecs men's basketball. JD, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
We are well. JD, you guys have had a couple scrimmages. You had the open one against UCLA. You had the most recent one, which I don't believe was open to the public, but sounds like it went pretty well. What do you guys take away from those two scrimmages as you head into your regular season matchup on Tuesday?
I think both teams, USD and UCLA, they pose different challenges, and I think they showed us some areas where we need to improve on. So I think it's more like a practice test, so to speak. So now we've had our practice test, and now we're gearing up for the real test. And I think the one thing that we've seen, and I think our fans and everybody was able to see, is that we do have a lot of talent this year. And I think the challenge is going to be everybody playing together, meshing together, and everybody coming together as one for one common goal, and that's try to get to another Final Four.
JD, I asked Coach Velasquez this when we had him on last week, but where do you rate last year as far as in this program's trajectory? To me, it was another really good season. However, you didn't get out of the first round in the conference tournament, which normally we do. And then there was a disappointing performance, I'm sure, for you guys in that North Carolina game. So how do you couch last year going into this year and moving forward with it?
I think the beauty of San Diego State is that we've had a lot of success, and with a lot of success, there comes a high standard. And I think our standard is very high here, and it's something that we embrace as a staff. It's something we embrace as a program. We tell guys when they come here, the expectation is to win. We believe we're going to win every single time we run out onto the court, and that's who we are. That's the makeup of this program since Coach Fisher has been here. So to answer your question, last year I thought was a good year, but does it meet our standard? I would say no. But with that being said, we had the youngest team in the country that made it to the NCAA tournament. There was nobody that made it to the NCAA tournament as a team that were younger than us as a whole. And this year, we are blessed to have 62% of that team back. So that's why there's an expectation. That's why we're embracing that expectation.
JD Luster joins us here, assistant men's basketball coach for the Aztecs. And JD, I mean, you kind of hit on it a little bit, right? I mean, you guys have got some veterans returning, Miles Bird, Reese Dixon Waters, Magoon Quaff, Farrell Compton. These guys all, logged pretty big minutes. But these guys are also extremely talented. I mean, Miles had a chance to possibly go to the NBA. He elected not to. Magoon Quaff had a chance to, I'm sure, transfer anywhere he wanted to. He elected not to. Does that make it easier to kind of come together as a team when you've got guys who could have gone on and done bigger and better things, chose to stay here instead?
Absolutely. And I think those guys that chose to stay here, I want to give a shout out to their family and the people who's in their circle. It's a testament to, we recruit good people. We recruit good families. And the one thing is that your family in real life, the people that you were born to, your mom, your dad, you can't choose them. Like, whoever your mom is, that's your mom. But in this basketball world, we can choose who's our family.
Right.
And I think Coach Dutcher does a great job of choosing the right individuals who come from big-time families who are about the right things. They didn't come to San Diego State for money. They came to San Diego State because they want to be held accountable, because it's a great culture. They want to win games. So it's all about those things, and that's why they choose to stay, because it was never about the wrong things to begin with. But because we got all those guys coming back, I think it helps with the learning curve.
Yeah.
USD, they have one guy returning to their team when we just played them. And a lot of places around the country, that's the case. Our first game against Long Beach State, they got one returning player. And you look at us, we have 6 to 8 returning players. So I think early on, we're probably going to hit our stride a lot earlier than a lot of people, because a lot of people, they're still learning about each other. They're still learning about their team. They haven't been through adverse situations with the group yet.
Yeah.
And with us, we've been through those trials with this team. they know what we expect defensively. So the few transfers that we bring in, there's guys here to help establish that culture and show them what we do and how we do things here. So I do think that we do have an advantage from that standpoint because we do have some camaraderie and some cohesiveness that's coming back.
JD Lester is our guest, and you left one thing out there, JD. You talked about how Coach Dutcher recruits the right kind of kids and the right kind of families. I think he also surrounds himself with the right kind of coaches, and that's a compliment to yourself and Coach Velasquez and everyone, because these kids, the assistant coaches are the ones that spend most of the time with the players. Right? We know this, having played and been through it all. They got to like you guys to want to come back. Right. And I just, I think there's, you deserve a lot of credit and everybody in the program for, the Guaths and these decisions to stay at San Diego State. So let's get that out there. Let me ask you about Reese Dixon Waters now. As a former guard and a scorer yourself, where's he at? I mean, 2 years ago, he was, knocking jumpers in. Last year, he never, couldn't get playing. Where's he at in your mind, and how soon does he get to full speed?
Well, both exhibition games, he's been our leading scorer. And for me, I think the year off for Reese last year, being able to sit back and watch from that vantage point from the sideline, I think you learn a lot. And you learn a lot what to do and what not to do. And I think over the course of these two exhibition games, what I would say watching Reese is the game has slowed down for him a little bit. Yeah. And you can see that, and it's neat to see. Like, he's never in a rush. He knows when it's time to score, when it's time to get off the ball. He's picking his spots a lot better. He's a lot more mature. He was a guy 2 years ago where he was kind of shy. He didn't really talk a lot. And now he's more of a leader. He's more talking. He's really growing into himself as a player.
JD, LZ Harrington. It's a name we're hearing quite a bit about as a freshman coming in, and oftentimes there's a learning curve for a freshman, especially a guard. How do you see him kind of fitting in what is likely to be a very, very deep rotation for the Aztecs?
Yeah, LZ is special, man. He's 6'5". He's a point guard. He's played at a high level throughout high school, whether it's with his high school team, St. John Bosco, or with his AU program. So he's a guy who's he's been through the fire. He's not your typical freshman. And I would say from a maturity standpoint, him and Tay Simmons are very mature. I think they're able to come in right away and help us from a mature standpoint. The way they approach practice every day, the way they approach treatment, you don't really find freshmen that mature off the court. And he reminds me of Miles Bird a little bit as a freshman. As a freshman, when we got Miles Bird, I used to always tell anybody who would listen, Miles Bird, the talent, he has a chance to play in the NBA someday. And I think LZ, he has that kind of talent. And whether he puts it all together and how fast that happens, it's up to him. But I do think he has that kind of potential.
Well, we are really excited about this season. I want to leave you with one more of a fun question. Tony sat behind the bench, right? When you go to some games. Okay. And we've all been down there. Coach Dutch learned from Coach Fisher in the regard that they both go crazy out there. Absolutely crazy on every call, every missed call, out of bounds. They're hilarious to me watching. Whose job is it sitting behind to keep Coach Dutch focused and out of too much trouble back out there?
Okay, that's what I would say. I would say Dave is the first line of defense, and I would say the second line of defense or the secondary is Matt Soria.
Oh yeah.
Matt is I tell anybody that will listen, Matt does so much behind the scenes.
Yeah, he does.
And Matt wears so many different hats, from dealing with equipment to travel to administration duties to our psychologist at times. Matt does everything, and he's always Matt is a guy who Matt is always coming from a pure, sober place where he thinks before he does anything. So usually if Matt is telling you you need to calm down, you need to calm down. You know what I mean? So we we all listen to Matt from that standpoint.
Without telling
I would
us,
definitely say,
sorry, without telling us too much, does Dutcher ever like yell and scream some stuff that you guys privately behind his back just kind of start laughing at a little bit?
Absolutely. But for Dutcher, when he gets overboard and we really want to get him in trouble, we just tell Jan. Jan Dutcher is like this. We tell Jan he's in trouble.
There we go.
So whenever Jan is around, I'm like, Jan, he was cussing today. He was cussing today. She'd be like, Brian. Brian.
It sounds like Coach Dutch is like the rest of us married men.
He was cussing today.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
JD.
And the staff and our players know it. When you want to get Dutch in trouble, you go to Jan.
There we go.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's where they all go. Right.
JD, as always, man, appreciate
Thanks,
you coming
JD.
on,
Great
spending
stuff.
some time with us.
Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Go Aztecs.
Go Aztecs. JD
That was
Lester,
funny.
Aztecs assistant
Yeah.
men's basketball coach.
Jan,
Man.
Coach Dutch was swearing today.
I like what he's saying. He goes,
Or
she
cussing.
goes, Brian.
Just a reminder, all guests on the 97.3 The Fan, join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their futures when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Let's get to break. Big Five coming up next. Gravy, you ready?
I am ready.
He was scrambling to get some extra questions in here before we got started.
Yeah, the Padres are in for another starter. We talked about that earlier with Zach Gallen, but there's another one that they're being linked to. Also, there are two players that are going to be receiving rings no matter what happens in the World Series. And I want to talk about
did not know.
On the
That'll
other
be
side.
interesting.
It's an obscure rule that
It's
gets
very
one
obscure.
of them for sure.
Yeah.
All right, more Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
Ben and Woods.
Got the visions of the young child's head spinning around yet?
Yes.
Welcome back. 4:37 is the time. Happy Halloween. Scraby at the controls there. Gwynn and Chris, 97.3 The Fan. About a half an hour away from Game 6 of the World Series. By the way, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The history of the World Series has seen many more classic Game 6s than Game 7s for some reason.
I think we've gone over this before.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, but I mean, you go back to the what was it? The Carlton Fisk home run, and that 75 was Game 6. David Freese's magic for the Cardinals was Game 6. There's been a lot of them. Bill Buckner missing the ball in the Mets. That was Game 6. Anyway, we'll see what happens tonight as the Blue Jays try to take out the Dodgers. Thanks to J.D. Luster. That was funny. Appreciate him joining.
I like that JD kept it 100 with us when you asked him the question about Dutch and would he get. Well, I know one thing. I sat behind their bench. Maybe it was last year. Maybe it was the year before. I think it was the year before, and I don't even think Dutch said anything. It was all. I think it must have been a defensive timeout.
The assistants were saying
because it was.
No, but how about like during
Coach
the
Velasquez
game,
was in somebody's.
He was the one, but during the game,
grill.
But Dutch is up and down at the referee.
Yeah, he handles the referee in game, but when they come to timeouts,
right,
a lot of times this is the assistants down there going to work.
This hour is brought to you by Toyota Poway. I'm already behind, so you know what? Since I'm losing 2-0,
no, you have to.
I really don't care if I lose 3-0.
Fold the 10 in now.
Yeah, I don't care if I lose 3-0.
No, that's a bad team.
Now I'm messing up your whole game now, Scraby.
No, that's a bad team member.
I've already lost, so what difference does it make?
I will read it then on the other side.
No, this hour brought to you by Toyota Poway. Voted San Diego's #1.
I'm done. I don't want to play.
I'm taking my ball and going home. San Diego's #1 Toyota dealer, USA Today. Toyota of Poway. Low APRs as low as 0%. And tons of new Toyotas on the ground. No tricks, only treats during the Trucktober sales event. Happening now, only at Toyota of Poway. Online, toyotaofpoway.com. In the heart of San Diego. How many years, Scraby, has it been that it's very, common and acceptable to give a URL or a website address?
How acceptable is it?
No, I mean, how long? Has it been 15 years since you had to have a website?
Oh, like 20.
Address?
20.
When did the www
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because remember the WW was there for a while. I remember
you
reading
could still
those.
type in www.
I know what I'm saying, but
I remember reading www.
It was removed out of the lexicon.
Yeah. I remember reading it many times.
Probably when we got tired of saying www.
Which stands for, do you know?
World Wide Web.
All right. 15. I'm going to say 15 years ago.
What's
URL stand for?
I think that's probably about right. 2010.
Oh, gosh. I know this. The L stands for link, I believe.
Well, it's pretty funny that you were pretty cocky about the www thing, but now all of a sudden.
Web.
Everybody knows that.
You don't even know what URL means.
I know
you're just
Uniform Resource Locator.
Well, link
there
wasn't
was
even
no
in
way
there.
anybody knew that.
You just said link. Link was a part of the L.
Well, L link.
I don't think anybody knew that one. All right, let's go to traffic, and then the Big Five is up.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Still a number of trouble spots on our roads. Let me start with the North County. Northbound at 15 got an accident past Center City Parkway. Car and motorcycle involved in this one. It's in the center divide. Then up ahead past the 76, there is a collision involving several vehicles. That's in the center divide. Westbound 78, an accident clearing right before El Camino Real. Now, southbound side of the 15, right around Miramar Road, we have reports of a stalled vehicle in the center divide. Southbound side of the 15 Friars Road off-ramp, so defective traffic signals causing a bit of confusion. And West 52, right before Mast Boulevard, accident involving a couple cars. That's over to the right shoulder. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all of their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
I found a little description on Reddit about the WWW. Don't know when exactly we had to stop doing it, but it says servers were traditionally named according to the services they provide. So a worldwide web server had www, a file transfer protocol server had FTP. Basically, now they're able to sort through what you're trying to
So you don't have to do it anymore.
So you don't have to do it.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Number 5.
With that being said, we will move on to number 5, which is, there we go. The San Diego Padres are in the market for a starting pitcher this offseason. We talked about Zach Gallen a little bit earlier, and they need a lefty to get into their rotation, a starting lefty, a good starting lefty.
Padres
is that what they
need
said?
that, you say.
That's what Jim Bowden said.
Oh, Jim Bowden says that.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows.
He believes, Jim Bowden.
Yeah, if you just listen to him, World Series, next stop.
One of the best dressed over 60 men.
Jim Bowden.
On the planet.
Interesting.
I don't know, Tony. Does he do his radio show with a tie on?
And I'm being facetious. I mean, he's got some eclectic taste.
Okay.
Oh, he's a
Gucci velour sweatsuit type of guy.
Oh,
you know what I'm
interesting.
saying?
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Eclectic.
Yeah,
if
I
you
did
will.
not expect for a Gucci velour sweatsuit type of thing. Well, he says
I'm not
that,
making that up either, too, by the way.
I'm gonna have to go look up pictures. Actually, he says that the Padres need to go after the best starting pitcher on the market, which is Houston Astros Framber Valdez. Said Framber would be a great addition to this team. Padres should make it happen. Chris, if you had to choose between, we talked about Zach Gallen earlier. If you had to choose, are you going Framber or Zach Gallen? And we have to take into account.
No, we don't.
That Framber is going to make more money than
Oh.
Zach Gallen is.
Oh, yeah.
What did you think I was going to say?
Here's what I'm going to say, because you want a definitive answer.
Yeah, that's the
So
you
I want
get two choices.
All right,
Framber.
Got it. I
or
want Zach
Gallen.
Gallen.
Okay.
But can I say why? Because I think Framber Valdez is a hothead who threw a ball and hit his catcher in the head on purpose, and it worries me.
When Tony and I talked about this before the show, I said that.
I don't know, but I go Zach. I do like Zach Gallen. I do.
All right, Tony, Framber or Zach Gallen?
I'm not taking that into account at all. Framber Valdez.
You're not taking the throwing at his catcher?
Yeah. No. Yeah, Framber.
I'm looking out for you if you're out there, Freddie. For me, looking out for you.
just don't anger Framber.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know if Framber wants smoke with Freddie for me. And Freddie is not a small dude. He is.
No, you're right.
He is. He put his paws on you. There ain't gonna be very much moving around at that point. So
He does seem like he would
choose
really
wisely,
good in a
Framber.
fight.
I would say that.
Yes, but Framber Valdez coming here, that would be pretty nice. Pretty nice.
But one thing, every day he pitched, got a chance to get out in under like 2.
Yeah, definitely.
There's
Just
method to
ground
your
ball
madness.
after ground ball after ground
Got
ball.
a chance to get out in 2 of them 2 hours, boy.
Where do you have to go, really?
Home?
Yeah, okay, but you get there eventually anyway.
When you're doing 100, when you're doing 150 of them, you know what I'm saying?
When this dude was doing pre and post game, he went home during the game.
I was already at home when I did that.
It was
Because of
number
COVID.
4. I don't remember where I saw this, but this was a basketball person predicting something. So I'm just going to say it. It was a legit basketball person.
We
But-
don't know because you don't remember where you got it from.
It was someone on ESPN. At the end of the season, I think Austin Reeves' numbers will be better than LeBron James's numbers, was the quote. Tony, agree or disagree?
You know, it's
what
not
numbers?
an outlandish thought. But I'm still gonna say that Kang is going to end up with a little bit better numbers. But I can see, I won't be surprised if Austin ends up with better numbers than LeBron. He's playing into a free agent contract. He is trying to maximize dollars.
The Hillbilly Mamba.
The Hillbilly Mamba.
Reeves,
Yeah,
yes,
I mean, I
okay.
guess LeBron is too technically. This is the last year of his
Technically, but he
deal,
can
but
get whatever he
he's
wants.
41 after this year. So, yeah, I can see that. But you know what? No, I would say Austin does end up with better numbers than Brown.
Austin ends up with better numbers.
No,
Agreed.
I'm going LeBron. I don't want the crazy.
Okay, we're back to disagree. Chris, do you agree or disagree that Austin Reeves will end up with better numbers than LeBron James?
I mean, are we going scoring or just kind of everything?
Just everything.
I'll take LeBron.
Okay.
I just think overall numbers. Austin Reeves might get more points.
Is there like a war
I mean,
stat
Austin
for,
Reeves is
for
at
basketball?
30. Austin Reeves is at 34.2 right now. That's going to take a moment to catch up. 34.2.
Yeah,
but,
that is.
When was he drafted, Tony? Was he first or second?
He
round?
was a non-drafted
Not
guy.
even drafted. Man.
The story goes he could have been drafted,
Okay.
but he told the Hawks not to draft him because he wanted to sign as a two-way player with the Lakers. So
he just wanted so bad. Okay. Fair enough.
And so I think it's about 4 years ago now.
2022 or 2021 started. I don't even remember him at Oklahoma or anything.
I don't either. I just remember
nothing
him
about
as
this guy until he started,
when the Lakers
playing
signed him
games.
as a two-way player. First time I saw, I was like, okay, this dude can play a little bit. And
yeah.
he's gotten better like each year.
He's averaging 34 and 10 right now. Jerry West type numbers.
And
through
by the
5
way,
games.
and this is, not poking at my team, but he was out there with a starting lineup.
Right.
Of,
he was the only option, really, the last
of
couple
Rui.
games.
They had a big man that we just got, but he didn't have it, and he still put up those numbers. And the other team knew he was the number one option. Still couldn't stop him.
Well, all you had to do is see his game-winning shot the other night. There's 3 guys on him and a guy running out at him, and he still made it.
I mean, a
So
tear
he's got
came
some
down my
ability.
eye as that ball went in. Such a nice teardrop.
The NBA equivalent to WAR is called VORP.
Okay.
Value over replacement player.
Oh, goodness. VORP?
VORP. So
That's what I'm
now,
going to call it in baseball now, just to mess up all the war people out there.
there are 3 players that are tied at the top with a 0.6 VORP so far this season.
All right.
Wemby, SGA, Giannis Antetokounmpo. You know who's number 4 in
Reeves.
VORP? Austin Reeves.
There we
Hey,
go.
Hillbilly Mamba.
Yes, so he is up there in the top 5. That's pretty good. I learned something new today. Learned about VORP.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
Number 3.
2 players are going to likely be receiving rings regardless of which team comes out on top in the 2025 World Series, and neither of them are actively playing. Throughout sports, sometimes the rings extend far beyond just the players. You can get coaches, front office staff, and you can get people who work for the organization. Just anyone can get a ring, really, once they receive it. But these guys definitely get a ring. Jose Urania and infielder Buddy Kennedy each spent time on both the Dodgers and Blue Jays Major League rosters this season. Urania played 6 games with the Blue Jays and 2 games with the Dodgers.
Really?
Buddy Kennedy played 7 games with the Dodgers and 2 games with the Blue Jays. So Chris
I
is
got to
up
tell you,
first.
Buddy Kennedy is a lot easier to say out loud than Urania.
Urania.
Yeah, that's a little
I like
worrisome.
Jose Urania.
Yeah.
Chris, should these guys get rings?
Oh,
Tony's looking at me like this is the craziest question in the world.
well, first of all,
They're not even on the team.
Yeah, but broadcasters usually get rings, and they don't play either. So, yeah.
But they're all 162.
I'm for it. Give
You're
him a ring.
for these guys who
Why
played.
are you so interested in being a hater?
So if the Dodgers win, Urania gets a ring for 2 games.
Did he contribute?
He doesn't get a playoff share, though.
He was there. He contributed.
Did
I
he?
think it's a nice thing
Yes.
to do.
Yes.
Major
Buddy
Lucas.
Kennedy is the grandson of Don Money.
And Buddy Kennedy played against the Padres
He
this
did.
year, and I thought he did okay, if I recall.
Yeah, he's
You know who I'm going to be happiest getting a ring if the Blue Jays win tonight? Not into the
Ty
players.
France.
No, second.
Okay.
I'm going to go Don Mattingly.
Yeah,
Never
I'm
got
with that.
anywhere near the playoffs
I'm
when
with
he
that.
played his Hall of Fame career, and he's a bench coach for the Jays.
Urania spread himself out across MLB this year to get a ring.
He played with everybody.
He wanted to give himself
games.
his best chances possible to win a win.
He played with the Angels, the Twins, the Dodgers, the Blue Jays, and the Mets in
All this
2025.
year?
5 teams.
Hey, well.
And when he was with the Dodgers in his 2 games, he pitched 3 innings. And he gave up 1 earned run.
I think on the surface, this sounds like a no, but I know how this works, and they're usually going to go yes. They're kind of in a giving mood there.
Sway, you shouldn't even be bringing this up, you old hater.
I remember you old hater.
Let these guys get their ring and go on about their business.
I remember when Benji Molina won a World Series with the Giants and then played for the Rangers the next year. Or wait.
Benji played for the Giants.
Yeah, he played for the Giants, but then he went to the Rangers. And so the never mind.
Yeah, just stop.
I can't
Just
remember
stop.
the specifics. So let's just keep moving.
Stop.
Let's just keep moving, okay?
You hater.
The Ravens ended up getting fined $100,000 after all the rigmarole of misrepresenting Lamar Jackson's injury status last week. We said all week we thought the NFL would throw the book at the Ravens. They did not. I don't know. We don't have enough time. On the other side, does the
I can answer
punishment
quickly
fit the crime? No, we're going to save it. I will say this, though. During the Scraby Show, I've been wanting to promote this all day. I wrote a spooky Halloween story, and I'm going to
not so
bring
shameless
it to
plug right here.
Bring it to everyone.
You're going to read it to everybody?
I'm going to read it to everybody. It's a 4-page story.
Dude, you're not going to read a story on radio.
I've been practicing.
4 pages?
4 pages.
Oh.
It's a short story called 3 Strikes and You're Out.
Gee, let me.
You're going to have no listeners at the Chronicles.
Do you know why I'm doing this? Because everybody's out trick-or-treating anyway, so I can do it. And
Okay, I see.
I was going to say, I want to take a break in my handing out. I'm going to tell all the youngsters to wait until
listen
you're
to the
done
story.
reading the story. Yeah, I want to hear it.
I am very excited about this story.
He's been talking about this all day, ladies.
Trick or treat. Hold on. Scraby Chronicles are in the middle of a story.
It's actually only 3 pages. I thought it was 4, but it's only 3.
Final hour, fun stuff, happy hour. It's already been crazy, so stick around.
5 o'clock. Tony Gwynn Jr. and Chris Ello, Matt Scraby. That also means we are about 7 minutes away from first pitch. Got the TVs up and rolling. Toronto, the Rogers Center looks loud.
And the first crowd shot they showed
Flintstone.
coming on the air, a guy wearing my Fred Flintstone jersey was out there in the
literal
stands.
same
old
costume.
thing. Yeah, love it.
So yeah, that game is going to first pitch here in about 6 minutes. Scraby, we got to finish our Big Five.
Yes. So if you're just getting in the car after work, welcome. And we were talking about the Ravens and how they were fined only $100,000.
You think only? Okay.
Smoltz is not much of a risk taker with his suits. He's pretty standard. I don't know. I just thought
Tony always recognizes
just a thought
suits.
that came.
I
across my head.
never think about what
I
they're
don't
wearing.
either.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't
Go ahead.
either.
Well, Tony's on TV
And it
doing
shows,
it. So.
but it shows, Scrabe. Look at Tony and look at us.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
this is the fourth day I've worn
What does
this
that mean?
pullover
I
thing.
mean,
You
I'm in a
look
soccer
no, that
jersey.
you know not, but at
Yes.
work you look good when
yes,
you're on
yes,
TV.
yes.
Scraby and I, we go on like the morning news, and
Right.
my wife has to dress me. So
You know, when I
It's
did
the same for me. It's no different.
okay,
last week when I did Fox 5, I didn't have any shirts that I hadn't already worn on TV, so I was nervous that I was going to rewear it. So I wore the 97.3 The Fan polo on TV.
I've worn that many times. I
What?
wear that often.
Okay.
I know someone that was very, very happy that you did that. So
I don't even think he knows, but
now he does.
Adam, for the longest time in the beginning of our show,
he used to be a stickler about
trying
those shirts.
so hard to get Tony, because Chris and I would wear our 97.3 shirts to events, and Tony refused to wear the shirts. And so he would just show up, and Adam would be so upset.
But it had a lot to do with the fact that Adam wanted it so badly.
And the shirts, if I'm being honest, before he got the nicer ones,
Yeah, they were pretty.
they
were pretty bad.
didn't look good, and the embroidery part was like cutting up my nipple, so I had to I was like, nah, I'm not wearing it. Sorry. Anyway,
Oh man,
let's finish up
good
our
stuff. Good stuff. Ravens fined $100,000 for misrepresenting Lamar Jackson's injury status last week. Chris, no, it's Tony.
Yeah.
Tony, does the punishment fit the crime here?
Chris, I just want to point out they are indeed wearing.
They got it.
their-
Yeah,
baby-
they did. The lucky
Blue
uniforms.
Jays are wearing the blue uniforms they've worn in
Baby
the last
blue
two
joints.
nights.
There you go.
I think the punishment fit the crime. I think they did the research, and it was just as Chris kind of explained it. Probably went down as an accident. He saw the guy out there practicing, but it was with the practice squad that requires a certain title that they didn't get right. And $100,000 is nothing in Baltimore. That's how somebody hands you like some money and it's like folded. They can do that with $100,000. That's how they
Just like
that's
sweaty.
how they handed it to
Yeah.
the NFL. Here you go.
Chris, does the punishment fit the crime here?
Absolutely not. I think this is a terrible miscarriage of justice by the Ravens.
Miscarriage
And
of justice.
They should have to forfeit their next game.
Of course.
Are they?
Which means that last night's score has been overturned.
Oh, does that mean Chris Greer gets his job back?
Yes, he gets his job. Everything's all good. I guess so. What are you going to do? $1 million? I mean, it's not going to matter.
I thought
the thing that would be painful, I guess, is if they said we're going to take a draft pick. But that
that's what
seems
I was
a little
thinking
harsh.
was going to happen.
That seemed a little harsh. So I'm going to just say it's fine.
Okay. This one is kind of weird, but you know me. Micah Parsons said that he has been looking at Aaron Rodgers' old house in Green Bay even before Rodgers told him to buy it last Sunday night. Apparently, they were talking about his house and Aaron Rodgers wanted him to buy it. Parsons also said that Tucker Kraft is considering Rodgers' old house and that Parsons doesn't need it yet since he's still by himself. So we're not sure who's going to get the house. Tucker
Aaron's
Kraft.
by himself too, wasn't he?
He had girlfriends and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But I guess you're right. Chris, would you want to buy and live in an old coworker's house?
I liked it.
I think this is strange.
Why?
Why?
What
Because
does it make?
Because like Aaron Rodgers, like his energies are there.
Oh my goodness!
Like, are you doing ayahuasca? What's it called? Ayahuasca?
Oh, ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca?
No, I don't know why I find this so weird. But if like Tony's house came up for sale, Chris's house came up for sale, I'm like,
well, first of all,
I'll go find somewhere else.
First of all, Tony's house comes up for sale. You might as well need not apply.
Yes, I know.
Why is that?
Well, your house too, Chris.
Mine actually costs a lot now too. Everything costs a lot.
Both of your houses are out of my league, but not
That's
for
so
Micah
weird.
Parsons and Tucker
I don't
Kraft.
understand your
You don't think this is weird?
No, not at all.
Do you think it's weird that Aaron Rodgers is trying to get him to buy it?
So when you do buy a house, are you only in for like new lots that haven't been lived in? What's the difference?
No, I can't because that wouldn't.
If you could, would you only?
Yeah.
Would you wouldn't buy a house that had been lived in before?
I'm going to admit something that I don't know I should admit.
So maybe you should.
But I'm going to admit it. I am very afraid of moving into a haunted house. And
then you should move into a house your friends lived in because they'd be able to tell you ahead of time you're good.
Because a new one could be haunted too.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm going to stop right there because I was going to go down another crazy path. But like when I go to hotels for the first time, there's a small part in the back of my head that's like, I hope nothing weird happens tonight. Because I've had experiences in hotels before.
Get out of here.
I have. My dad has had an experience at a hotel before. Mookie Betts won't even stay in that hotel in Milwaukee.
You know what? He says he doesn't take ayahuasca, but listen to his answers. I mean, come on. What's going on here?
And McKee said that's why you sage it before you move in, haunted or not.
Scravy. Yeah, this is
SD Mike says, what if they built the new one on a Native American graveyard? I think I would know about that. They have to disclose that they had to remove.
You don't get to control where the place is. You might not even know what happened. Something terrible could have happened at a new lot just built up.
You're right. You're absolutely right. But I feel like a new house is less likely.
By the way,
what
qualifies as an incident?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what do you
want to go there?
No, I mean, do you have to hear a sound? We all hear a sound.
Have to actually see
a house
the
creaks or
Ghostbusters
something? Yeah, what do you
green
need?
slime guy coming down the hallway?
Yeah, what do you need? What qualifies as an incident? The dog wigs out what?
No, it's
because
more
have
like,
you ever seen my dog? My dog, probably yours, will look up in the corner of the room sometimes for like 5 minutes.
But that's because.
So, what are they looking at? Maybe it's a ghost. I don't know. Does that qualify for you?
My story that I have is not like scary or anything, but it's kind of weird. And if you guys want to hear it, I can tell it.
Well, is it 3 pages like your chronicle
No,
story?
I can tell it pretty quick. When I lived in Cincinnati, the girl I was dating there lived in a very, very old apartment building in Cincinnati. And Cincinnati has some history, but
There's a lot of old apartment buildings
in Cincinnati. But I always felt weird in that place. And she always said she felt kind of weird in that place too. But I always felt like something was watching. And she said the same. But here's the story. One night I wake up and the bedroom is facing straight down the hall into the living room. And I woke up and I looked and I saw this shadowy thing in the living room. And I'm like, what is this? I'm going to take down this music. I'm like, what is this? Actually, hold on. Now I'm telling a scary story.
Oh, God. You got to get the effects up, man. Just tell the story.
Okay. So I look down the hallway. I see this shadowy figure. And it's from the profile side. And so I'm like, I wake up, I do the whole let's rub my eyes.
Was it
thing.
Ichabod Crane? Was he holding a head?
So
what?
I was looking, and this thing was not moving. And I was not going to go down that hallway and find out what it was. So I shut the door.
Yeah. Typical ghost story.
And
have absolutely no proof
when you
that
opened
anything
it up,
happened.
was he like right there?
No.
Okay.
Here's where it gets creepy. I never said anything about this because I thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
So we're at a dinner about a week later with one of her friends who stayed over at her place quite often. Her friend started to bring up a shadowy figure that she saw in the living room when she was staying over at the house.
I don't believe either.
I did not say one word to anyone about this, and she was saying that the shadowy figure was at the profile, and she said that she described basically the same exact
shadowy
thing
figure
that I saw. And ever since then, I have been afraid.
He's like, I can't move into a new lot. There's just too much history.
There was too much history in this apartment building. I went and did some research. These apartment buildings were used for like medical testing early on. Not like bad medical testing, but it was like a medical place, and it was shut down and made into apartment buildings. But people did die in that building.
I bet.
He says, I bet.
People die everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, Renee says, big fat no for me.
Yeah, Renee, I don't believe him.
Nate says, it was a coat rack. I'm telling you, the chills that went down my spine when this girl was telling us about the shadowy figure that she saw in the apartment, it was terrifying.
Let's get to break.
Oh,
we need,
come on.
We need a break. We need traffic.
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up.
Thank you. More Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
You.
From the 8.
underway. 5:18. Not too happy for the Doyers. Top of the first inning. Tony, I'll say the player. You tell me what happened to him. Shohei Ohtani.
Punchy. Oh, punchy.
Will Smith.
Punchy.
Freddie Freeman.
Punchy.
Yep. All three went down on that split finger pitch from Kevin Gausman. No score, bottom of the first.
And
in
Gausman
Game 6
capped it with a K.
Oh my God!
Isn't that
thank you,
Jesse's
Carl
thing?
Sheffers?
No, isn't that Jesse's thing?
Yeah,
no,
but he already said that they punched him, and you said, and such and such.
He didn't cap it with a K. He had all Ks. That was the whole point of that little
K.
I always thought that
there.
capped it with a K means that he just had to strike out the third batter.
But we already said it.
Yes, but he did more than that.
Yeah,
he struck out all three batters.
Said punchy.
They all
Punchy.
went down by way of the K. That is
Punchy.
the Don Orsillo.
Yeah, I know you kind of bungled that too as well.
It's great.
Man, I tell a ghost story. The guys make me look crazy.
We didn't. You made yourself look crazy. I don't think we made you look crazy on that.
Shadowy figure.
Now.
There's a shadowy figure outside the door.
Hey,
Tony.
Fred, keep it down. Chris is dressed up as Fred Flintstone, which I do appreciate.
Which is hard to take seriously, I'm sure.
It was like the time that we interviewed Bob Melvin after he was let go by the Padres, and I had full face paint for Halloween.
I want to see that they took the camera off of him. Springer's taking his first bat. I want to see if he's going to take any practice swings. And they panned off just like it looked like he was going to, or maybe not going
to. Well, he didn't do a. He didn't. What do you call that? Shohei Ohtani does the same thing. He doesn't take any practice. You know that he just holds the bat up.
I mean, I think those guys don't take any practice swing because they've done enough in the on-deck circle, but I don't know. Oof.
Oh, God, that could be it right there. Springer just swung out of his shoes.
He looks injured.
Is his right side or left side?
I'm not sure.
He grabbed his right side.
I think it's his right side.
Means
Did you see his whole right side, like not moving it? I just don't know how long this is going to last. Like, is he going to take a swing?
That was a violent swing right there, and he survived it.
Yeah.
So,
oh, he's hurting.
But he is. You're right, Scrappy. He's clenching his teeth already.
It is the right side.
All right, Springer's up, bottom of the first, no score.
There's some
blonde
random
fan right behind him with a Springer jersey is cheering him on.
I don't even feel comfortable watching him swing because you can see
he's
it
hurting
every
bad.
time.
How can they let him play? He's going to hit a home run after we say all this, but he's really in pain. There's
he doesn't even move his
he keeps doing this when he swings. He keeps favoring the right side and can't even move his arm.
You know what he looks like for those who aren't watching right now? We're trying to describe. He looks like Carson Wentz looked the other night trying to throw a pass in that Viking game. He just looked in total, utter pain.
He just check swinged and he couldn't do it.
I don't think he's going to be long for this game.
Well, John Schneider's already getting I need to get him out of there.
No, he's not
yet.
He's
going to finish this at bat,
He's going to homer after we said all this stuff. Let's see how it turns out. Oh, God.
He just hit a foul ball. I can't watch it either. This is like
he just hit a foul ball, and he just looked like he doubled over in pain. Dude, I mean, Tony, you're tough, Springer. I'll give you that, because I can't imagine how much an oblique hurts swinging a bat like this.
It's impossible, man. Like, you're at risk of tearing it. Like, it feels like every time you swing.
Oh, he grounded to short. And he's sprinted though. I'll say that.
It's not affecting his run speed.
He's out. But
in baseball, do they like in football? Sometimes they'll shoot you up with lidocaine. Do they do something like that in baseball?
Absolutely.
Oh, I just didn't know. I actually never heard about it.
But
the one good news
this
for
particular injury is dangerous.
I don't even know. Right.
If you numb yourself,
you can't.
And then you don't feel yourself, and you tear it.
Yeah, this is not an injury they would.
The only good news for Springer is the DH, so he's got probably half an hour or so to get ready for the next bat.
Go get some treatment, try to get it to a place that he feels comfortable. But every swing he took, he was grimacing after every one of them.
He looked really in a lot of pain. All right, no score, bottom of the first. Here's the big story, the fun story of the day, I think.
Oh,
Max
Muncy. Max Muncy just saw a ghost.
He did.
That ball bounced right through his body, I thought, almost. It's like he looks like it's a hole in his arm.
He was like an apparition.
You gotta put a runner on for Mr. Vladdy Jr.
Yeah, he reached for this ground ball and it bloop right
That
through.
was interesting. So I was listening to the Dodgers.
Oh, he like alligator armed.
They'll probably give him a hit because it's baseball now, but that is such an error. Please don't give me anything else but an error.
So
there.
quickly, on the way home the other night when the Dodgers, I was listening to Dodgers radio.
Tony. Sorry, they gave him a hit. Please. Go ahead, Scratch.
And they were just crushing the Dodgers for how they look like they're in spring training, the radio guys for the Dodgers. It's my new favorite thing. It's like they say everything that I love to hear.
That's Dave, isn't it?
It's the main guy. It's the main guy. And I know he calls the other guy Mo, which I'm assuming is Rick Monday.
And then Curly.
Yeah,
and
I'm pretty sure it's Larry. This is post game.
No, this is during the game.
Oh yeah.
So they were like, because the Dodgers did not have a clean game on game 5, and they were just absolutely crushing them, saying that they looked like they're playing their first game of the year. It was bad.
Yamamoto got away with a hanging breaking ball.
Muncy made up for it by starting a double play to end the inning. Vlad did miss one there, though. 100%. You're right, Tony.
That was the same breaking ball, or looked like the breaking ball you hit out in game. What was that, 3?
Yeah, double play this time, so no score at the end of 1. All right, I think this is a chance here to get to the quick thing on the LSU athletic director. Because if you were with us earlier this week, we had a lot of laughs at the story of the Louisiana governor. What was his last? Do we remember his last name?
Jeff Chandler?
Landry.
No, Landry.
Yes.
Landry. Old Governor Landry. Governor Landry, who said in the wake of Brian Kelly being fired at LSU that I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that the AD is not going to hire the next coach. And he went on to say, this guy is, just doesn't know what he's doing. He's cost us all this money with dead money. And then he went on to the funniest line of all was, I'd rather have President Trump, bring President Trump in to choose
he likes a winner,
our coach, because he likes a winner. So anyway, Governor Landry either has some pull or he doesn't.
You
but
think?
The athletic director was fired today, so he is not going to be making the decision after all.
Time was ticking once the governor was like,
Governor
I tell you
chimed
what,
in.
He's not picking the next
head coach.
coach.
And that's how he said it too. Very good, Tony.
He is not picking the next head coach.
Yeah,
he did do that. He did the old Ed Orgeron accent. Which Ed Orgeron is really trying to get back in there.
I would be too.
The thing that I find interesting, though, is that they've hired an interim AD, and according to the story on him, and I'm trying to find his name now because it just came down a little bit ago, but the new interim AD says he will be making the call. He's been given the power to make the call. I'm like, well, what happened here? Where's the governor?
Do we know anything about the interim AD, who he is, where he came from? Maybe he's got the credentials for this.
It says LSU interim AD Osbury. He's a former LSU player. He's it was 30 years ago, but he's a linebacker. And he says, yeah, I've been given full authority and I'm going to hire the best football coach there is, which is not, wouldn't expect him to say anything else. So yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's good.
Maybe the governor's
Verge.
Maybe the governor's
Osbury.
Verge.
Verge. VERGE.
Short for Virgil. Are we?
It just says Verge Osbury.
No, they didn't put their old on there. It's just Verge.
But my question to the governor.
I want to get the governor back in there. I like him.
My question to the governor is:
governor's cracking me up.
You don't trust this guy to hire a GM, but you're going to trust an interim guy to hire the head coach?
Make it make sense.
It doesn't.
This would be like, I don't know.
I think they were onto something with getting President Trump in there. I mean, I would, he's been involved in a lot of stuff.
I mean,
why not this?
He said he would pick a winner, which, I don't know if President Trump is qualified to pick the LSU coach.
He's not.
But this whole thing screams broken.
Yeah. If the interim AD that has never been an AD before has been given full authority to pick LSU's next football coach.
Full authority, apparently.
According to him. Maybe he got the directions he misspoke.
Well, let's put it this way. If he doesn't have the authority and he's telling everybody he does, he's probably going to be out of a job before he even gets seated in the office.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how this
has to be him he's going to get the full-time job, right?
Sure.
Verge.
It sounds like Verge knows.
This is
someone.
according to him. Verge himself told the reporters that he will be making the call.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
So we have it.
Andrew Whitworth. Like Tony said something yesterday that I keep thinking about, and that's sometimes people will come out and say good things about people who are fired, but Brian Kelly gets no support from anyone.
Nobody
and Andrew
said,
Whitworth,
hey, he wasn't that bad of a guy.
Yeah. No,
you
no
haven't
one
heard
said
any of that.
No, Andrew Whitworth was like, I called and I was asking if I could help the program, help recruit, and he didn't want any of my help. And so it just seems like Brian Kelly thinks he is the smartest guy in the room.
He thought.
Heather Dinnick, by the way, does a nice job, I think, reporting college football for ESPN. She's asked this correctly, like, who's going to want to go there right now as a big name head coach? Because it seems very dysfunctional.
Super dysfunctional.
Lane Kiffin's name keeps getting thrown around. As I mentioned yesterday, he seems to be in the running for every job. And I want to personally, what's the opposite of thank? I want to strangle Colin Coward.
Wow.
The popular radio guy, national radio guy, who said he thinks Lane Kiffin should go to the Dolphins.
Might be your best bet, man.
No, it's not my best bet.
You might have to start rooting for Lane.
Can't. I already had to root for Nick Saban.
I'm willing to bet once he gets your team to like 11-3, you're going to be saying
Nick Saban got us to the playoff, and I never came around.
I don't know.
Tony.
Well, I don't know. I can't speak to that one. I think you've come a long way since
Lane
then.
Kiffin is my coach?
I don't think he wants to go back to the NFL.
I think you're just punishing me there, Tony. That just seems like, personal punishment for me.
I think Lane can grow on you, man.
He's kind of funny.
I like
He's
Lane.
not.
He's kind of funny.
He's wormy.
He's a little wormy, but he's also kind of funny.
I think that's why he's a good football coach. He's kind of weird, right? He kind of
McDaniel's
he kind of
wormy.
gets a little crazy eyes sometimes when he's on the stage.
He does.
But he is kind of funny. I like him. I've always been a Lane Kiffin fan.
Cole said on the chat that Lane would turn the Dolphins around. So maybe you should be more open to this,
man.
Chris.
I'm not open to it.
You
I want John Gruden, or I'm giving up Fangio.
See, that's like another day.
Why is John Gruden okay? But
have you seen that? Because I sent you the San Diego State video. If you saw that video, that's why you love John Gruden. He fires me up.
I asked Chris this during the break.
He did have one of the best speeches ever on what was the show?
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I asked
Gruden,
Chris in the break, like, he's been out of the NFL, what, 4 years?
21 was his last year.
So 4 years.
Yeah.
Is he still even how long until you stop being a guy who's
a pariah?
No, not a pariah.
Who knows enough football?
Like, when does football pass you by because you're not in the game?
About him on that side. He was kind of innovative to begin with.
Gruden was telling them what to do when he was calling the games on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, he was.
I take my chances with Gruden. I'm not taking my chances with Kiffin.
You might not have a choice.
I may not have a choice.
Mr. Ross is
and you know what? Whoever Mr. Ross stupidly brings in, I may wish for Kiffin. Because who knows what they'll do. It'll be some cheap move, most likely.
Like Mike McDaniel.
Like Mike McDaniel. Yeah. All right. Well, you can't judge a book by its cover, because Mike McDaniel, his table of contents introduction was quite impressive, but it went away quickly.
It faded.
Yeah. All right. Dodgers keep striking out. I mean, I think Betts hit a ground ball, but then Teoscar struck out. So Gosman has got 4 of the first 5 by way of the K. And he's working on Muncy, no score, top of the second, break. And then our interview of the day, getting you ready for the big soccer match tomorrow night. Stick around.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, and
Scrappy, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
You would
be better. You'd be better off admitting that you wore your underwear inside out. Frankly,
this guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
Oh,
how did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged, and so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days later.
What did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well, why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my!
I can neither confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names.
No.
But I walked in. I got called into the office, and I sat down.
gosh.
And all my boss. I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew.
Said, "Did you visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to write you up for this, and if you do it again, we're gonna have to fire you." And I said, "I'll never do it again." And I got out of there as soon as possible. I took everything, but it was not good. Not good.
Just curiosity, huh? He's like, I wonder how much they have in their account.
Yeah. I mean, before I got caught, I did look up athletes. And,
oh my God! I'm so glad you're sitting in this seat now.
Yes, I'm so happy you're not doing any job that can be dangerous to people's futures.
This was in the first year that I was there. I learned my lesson thoroughly.
Chris, as I said, as soon as they walked in, they was like,
"Yeah,
that's our guy right there.
That's our window.
We're gonna take him down."
Yep.
Just lucky I didn't get caught for like. I can't even say. I'll tell you guys off break whose account I saw and how much money they had sitting in their checking account.
And this was how long ago, too, by the way?
2009, 10. Way before I became a good person.
Didn't Bank America end up getting in trouble? Or was that it was one of those banks got in trouble?
All of them get in trouble for selling information. But
I heard folks like you.
I wasn't selling any information. I was just wanting to see what was going on.
Curious.
I didn't check their account activity, which I could have. Been like, oh, they bought this here. I'm going to go up there. You know, I'm not that creepy.
Well, that's stock.
Oh, yeah, you're not that bad.
I'm not that creepy.
This is amazing, by the way. We're supposed to be doing.
How are we supposed to do baseball picks under these
I don't think we can
circumstances?
anymore. I think we gotta push it. You guys never did it? Well, I mean,
no, Scrape. We didn't.
Really? Okay. Like you work at a bank, you're looking at people's account information?
That's
unbelievable.
It only happened for a little bit, and then I got in trouble.
For a little bit.
I can't stop laughing at this because it is quite hilarious, Scrape.
But you were saying that I may have gotten robbed or whatever. I actually did get robbed when I worked in San Francisco, and they're called quick change artists.
How long did you work in the banking industry?
8 years. I was a teller supervisor when I finished. I was also the merchant teller, which took in around $150,000 in cash a day. Guess what? Always balanced at the end of the day.
Yeah, I bet.
But there was a guy who walked in. He had about $5,000 in hundreds, and he handed it to me. He said, "Can I get 50s for these?" And I said, you know, it's pretty annoying that he wants
$5,000 in hundreds.
In hundreds, and he wanted $5,000 in 50s. He just wanted 50s instead of hundreds. So I had to go get it from the vault. I come back. I'm starting to count it out, and then he's like starting to ask me questions as I'm counting it out.
He's trying to
then
what did I tell you, Chris? This is what I'm talking about.
That window right there.
Hey, this guy was so good that no one saw it coming. But so when I started getting mad at him because I counted out the 50s, he goes, "What are you doing? I asked for 20s." And I'm like, "What? You did not ask for 20s. You asked for 50s, bro." Yeah. I had to go to the vault to get those 50s. And as I was getting all mad and talking to my boss, he took the cash off the counter and put it into this folder that he had on the thing that
the original 5,000 in hundreds.
Yeah, well, he kept going like that, and then I was so mad, I just grabbed it and I threw it in my drawer. And then he was like, "You know what? I'm out of here." And he walked out. And then at the end of the day, $3,000.
He got an extra 3 on you.
$3,000. Yeah, he got $3,000.
The thing about criminals like that, they can sniff out a mark really.
I'm not a mark.
You are 1,000%.
I was actually the bank's
dog. They got you for 3 extra.
And that's the only time in my 8 years that I ever had anything happen like that.
I'm sure there are people who've been there 8 years that never had 0 taken.
Scrape, I got a 20 here. Can I get 5 5s, please?
I hate you guys.
Let's get to
that was one of the worst moments of my life, but you know what? It taught me a lot. Never trust anyone ever again.
You know what? You definitely have learned because you don't trust very many people.
I don't trust anyone anymore.
You are.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, And
Scrappy, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
You
Would be better. You'd be better off admitting that you wore your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
Oh,
how did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged, and so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days later.
What did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well, like, why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
Paris Hilton?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my goodness.
I can neither confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names.
No.
But I walked in, I got called into the office, and I sat down,
gosh.
and all my boss, I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew
said,
what time
"Did you
it was."
visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to write you up for this, and if you do it again, we're gonna have to fire you." And I said, "I'll never do it again." And I got out of there as soon as possible. I took everything, but it was not good. Not good.
Just curiosity. A little bit better too. But right now they both got a
Right
elite
now, it
splits
doesn't look
going
like
right
anybody
now.
can hit the
Yeah,
ball
for sure.
Scoreless, and looks like it's going to be that way for a while. There we go.
On the land late one night when my eyes beheld.
Is that Boris Karloff?
I know his name is Boris.
And suddenly,
He was a
to my surprise, he did the monster mash.
Boris Karloff was Frankenstein.
It was a graveyard
Quite a famous actor back in the day, but I think he sang that song too.
Okay, pot it down a little bit for me. I got an announcement to make. All guests on 97.3 The Fan. Join us on David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com.
Boris Karloff did sing the Monster.
The Monster Mash.
They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had
listen to these names of actors back in the the golden age who played Frankenstein's. Boris Karloff. How about Bela Lugosi? I mean, that sounds like a guy who's playing a scary character.
Oh, it was a guy?
His name was Bela Lugosi.
Oh, I thought that was for sure a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Bela Lugosi.
I envision everybody in that video with hard bottoms on, some type of hard shoe.
In the Monster Mash?
Monster Mash, yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Hard bottom shoes somewhere.
I've never thought
Tony
about
and the
that.
shoes. It's really something with the shoes. It's got to be the shoes, Tony.
It's got to be the shoes.
Got to be the shoes.
We
hang on real quick. Bobby Boris Pickett was the original singer of the Monster Mash before somebody corrects us. But Boris Karloff did sing a version. So give credit to Boris Pickett. 1962, that song.
Did somebody
originated.
text you that, or did you?
No,
see
I
that
looked it
online?
back up because I wasn't 100% sure on my original statement.
Did you know that the Monster Mash reached the Billboard Hot 100 back in 1962? This was the most popular song in the country.
Really? Number one.
What year?
1962.
Yeah.
So that song,
music was still like developing in so many different genres at that point in the 60s.
Let me see who else was on the Hot 100 Billboard.
All right.
That year.
That year? 1962?
The Twist by Chubby Checker.
Hey, the Twist, yeah.
Oh, Chubby Checkers.
Sherry by the Four Seasons.
Good one. Have you ever heard that one?
Chris is gonna know all these.
Yeah, I have.
Well.
Definitely.
You've heard that one. I didn't sing it too well, but you've heard it.
Let's see. I Can't Stop Loving You by Ray Charles.
I like Ray. Ray was all right.
The number one ending song was Stranger on the Shore by someone named Acker Bilk.
Yeah, that one's got me. No, don't know that one. Yeah, well, look, I like kind of the craziness of the Billboard number one song. The fact that Jose Iglesias has one of those and Bruce Springsteen has none, I think is quite ironic.
Wow, Chubby Checker had two. He had the Twist, and then he had something called Slow Twistin'. So
Chubby took full advantage
He
of the
loved the
twisting.
twist.
Yeah, he took full advantage.
Smart man. He knew where his bread was buttered.
I've never heard of a lot of these people.
Well,
Elvis was there, number 20.
There you go.
When did he die? What year?
75, I want to say.
Oh,
It was
okay.
it was a
I'm surprised that he's so
long
far
time
down the. It wasn't everything he did. Like, didn't it
Apparently
just go straight
not.
to number one?
Chubby Checkers was dominating at that point.
Chubby had it.
Okay. The third song title is "Mashed Potato Time" by D.D. Sharp.
Yeah,
That's
man.
the third best song of 1962.
People enjoyed the
we didn't
kind of the group dance.
You know, when I was in my 50s back then, we didn't really require too much out of our songs.
All right.
Elvis died in 77. I'm
Yeah.
sure people knew that off
Rod
the top
just
of their
let us
head.
know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, Rob.
Let's check some traffic, and then we got our interview of the day. I believe we're going with Keith, right?
Get some soccer, man. Get you ready for the match tomorrow.
SDFC in action tomorrow. Keith gets us caught up.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Toyota of Poway, voted San Diego's #1 Toyota dealer by USA Today. Come on, let's wrap this up, get home, start celebrating our Halloween, guys. North County Ride, just got a ways to go. Got this crash on northbound 5 before Carlsbad Village Drive, not showing up lanes are blocked. We still have this accident northbound 15 past Center City Parkway. It's in the Center Divide. And a crash on westbound 56 just before Carmel Valley Road. That's in the Center Divide. Also reports of a stalled vehicle on the transition ramp, South 805, right at the eastbound King Freeway. It's over to the right shoulder. Toyota Poway has been voted San Diego's #1 Toyota dealer by USA Today, with APRs as low as 0% and tons of new Toyotas on the ground. No tricks, only treats during the Trucktober sales event happening now only at Toyota Poway or online at toyotaofpoway.com in the heart of San Diego. Want to wish everybody a very safe and happy Halloween weekend. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
We do have Keith Costigan. Very happy to have him on. Television analyst, MLS Season Pass, Apple TV. Keith, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm in Portland already. I'm excited for tomorrow's game, as I'm sure you guys are. And I guess I'm going to throw it back to you. Do San Diego finish it off tomorrow?
Of course. We wouldn't go up there for any other reason, Keith. I mean, we're not going up there to smell the roses. No, I don't know. Your thoughts would be, welcome here, because I thought, San Diego certainly played well at the beginning. I thought they kind of dominated. They caught them, and got to the 2-0 lead. I thought Portland did a pretty good job of steadying it. I'm not as expert as you guys are, but, they got the 1 goal back. They had some real chances early in the second half to tie it or equalize, as they say. And then they got the red card. So that kind of took the game out. But does Portland gain enough confidence from their performance to be able to, win tomorrow, in your mind?
Yeah, I think the way you described the game is exactly how I saw it. San Diego were outstanding to begin. No nerves in terms of first playoff game at home. Portland did have a spell, but when you look back at the numbers in the game, they still only had 3 shots on goal. They only had 5 shots overall to San Diego's 15.
Yeah.
The expected goals number, which is a big metric we use, was heavily in favor of San Diego. And oh, by the way, San Diego are the best away team, the best road team in Major League Soccer, and they just won in Portland a couple of weeks ago. So if I'm Portland, you could say, yeah, we played well for 20, 30 minutes, but you can't get away from the fact that in 3 games this year, San Diego pretty much had your number, even more so in your own stadium. So I don't know if they have enough in them to do that kind of sustained spell for 90 minutes here tomorrow night.
Keith, you kind of mentioned it. SDFC went in the last game on decision Saturday and really put a whooping on them that last game of the season. You fast forward to this possible closeout matchup. Chucky Lozano was not in uniform for the home matchup. He'll be in uniform. He'll most likely come off the bench. Obviously, a player of his caliber, that's a nice piece to be able to bring off the bench at any point in time should they need it.
Yeah, and I would argue this is the best possible outcome for Mikey Varas as a head coach. When you're trying to send a lesson to a big player, if you lose and then you're saying, hey, come back, the big player kind of has this attitude, oh, you need me now. But they went ahead and won. So now they're saying, look, we can win without you. We've shown it now 2 weeks in a row. We're welcoming you back in. And I actually feel that brings Chucky Lozano back in with a point to prove. So when he comes on, we know about his quality, we know about his ability to have that kind of ace in your back pocket as well to play perhaps late on in the game. I'm with you. I don't think he's going to start, but if he comes on late in the game, he just gives you that X factor again. So I think the club handled this superbly. Getting the win made it, wins all round. And I think, you can put it behind you now because I think Chucky wants to be a part of a successful run in playoffs.
As this turns out, I mean, the SDFC will end up playing Portland 3 straight times. So I have to beat them 3 straight times. Now, Keith, what's the weather looking like out that way? It sounds like the temperatures are going to be pretty cool. Chance of rain. Does that impact how this game can go with weather possibly being a factor?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be Portland-style weather, at this stage of the year. So we're expecting rain. It is a little bit cooler, but it was similar to that a couple of weeks ago. And you look to some of the Scandinavian players in the lineup for San Diego FC. Of course, they went to San Diego for the weather and everything you get in San Diego, but I'm sure it'll give them a little bit of taste of home as well. And I would argue this: any coach who's going in to his team talk and saying, "Guys, I think the weather's with us today," you're probably on the road to losing anyway. So if that was Portland's team talk, they're struggling.
Keith, real quick, I thought one of the things we were all talking about to a lot of the analysts who've been on with us all year was what SDFC was going to look like and how their style was going to look in a playoff match. So what did you see in week 1 that should make me feel better about, SDFC, or was there anything that, maybe was of a little concern in terms of their style of play translating to postseason?
No, I think what you saw is a team that is stood firm. Like, remember, San Diego had a couple of wobbly spells. They were top of the West near the end of the season, lost top spot and had to regain it on decision day. So I think throughout all of those processes, they've been the team they said they would be. They haven't switched their identity. So I think in that regard, you're saying this is a team that knows who they are, knows what they want to do. I would say, you guys mentioned that already, there was a spell in the second half when Portland got back into it. Portland are, 7th, 8th, 9th seed. I don't think you're going to get away with a spell like that against a team like Seattle Sounders, a veteran in the playoffs, an LAFC who brought in Sun, who's been lights out since arriving. So those warning signs are good. Those would be the things that I would say, look, we got to clean those up. But I think overall, first home game, I think that the game really couldn't have gone any better than that.
Keith Costigan joins us, television analyst for the MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. And, we often don't like to look forward, but, I think it's due in this particular
it's our job
in this particular
to
time.
Overlook opponents. Yes, we can do it.
Keith, how I mean, obviously you get to the next round, it's one game and done, but what type of pressure does that add that's different than this first round where it's kind of a best of 3, whereas you lose in the second round, you go home?
Yeah, no, it's a great point because San Diego knew in that very first home playoff game, even if we lose, we're still in the playoffs. So the next round, it's almost for real. And I think you say looking ahead, Minnesota won game 1 of their series against Seattle. Minnesota won a few weeks ago in San Diego, where San Diego played kind of like they did at the weekend, played really good for 60 minutes. San Diego got a goal late, and then all of a sudden, they're that kind of team. They're a smash and grab team. They're very defensive. So it's going to be a difficult test. Look, nothing against Portland. I think are a good team. They have a good coach. But the next round, you're obviously going to see teams who've battled their way to get there. And in Minnesota, you have a team that play the opposite of San Diego, so that makes it difficult. Or you play Seattle, who everybody talks about. They are the team that come alive in the playoffs every year. They're just that kind of team. They have that much experience. So either way, it's going to be a tough test. The good news is, either way, if you get it done, it's going to be in Snapdragon, and the fans really showed out last weekend.
Yeah, Tony was there last week. He would not let them lose, so they should be okay. One last quick thing. They win tomorrow, and then the Minnesota-Seattle series plays out for another week or and a half, right? So if they win tomorrow, San Diego, they may not play for another, 2-3 weeks? That's a little weird.
Yeah, look, please don't ask me to explain this because
I know.
We have an international window, and I had someone say to me, why are they having an international window during the MLS playoffs? And you got to look at it the other way around. The international teams are saying, why are you having the MLS playoffs in the middle of our international window? So look, it's not ideal, but all I can say is at least it gives you something to look forward to. Not ideal for a coach because you lose some players. They go with their national teams. But look, the best things come to those who wait. We'll patiently wait, and we'll be ready for that next round.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But we love it. Keith, thanks for everything. I've said it to everybody from MLS Season Pass. You guys have been really gracious to us. And enjoy the call tomorrow night. We look forward to watching you guys.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Keith Costigan, television analyst for MLS Pass, Season Pass on Apple TV, getting us set for the playoff game tomorrow, SDFC Portland Timbers. Dodgers up 1-0, threatening, bases loaded. And just as Chris and I surmise, you start getting a look at that split a second time through, you start to get some better results, kind of where the Dodgers are right now.
Well, Gausman struck out 7 of the 9 the first time through the order with that splitter. All of a sudden, Will Smith got one and hit it against the fence to drive in a run. And now you got bases loaded, and Freddie Freeman took a close one for a walk. So they're obviously seeing a little better.
And
Mookie Betts, though, the all-time struggle bus, this would be a great time for Dodger fans for him to break out.
One thing that makes Yamamoto different than Gausman is he has a little bit more to his arsenal. Gausman is fastball, split, slider. Yamamoto's got about 6 pitches. So even as the split starts to maybe not have the same effectiveness, he can go to that curveball, he can go to that cutter. So he's got a little more in that.
Scrappy, we got to cut into the Chronicles and tell people what happened on Mookie Betts at bat. You're just going to have to wait your show.
Hopefully it takes care of it right here.
You can see Mookie is.
Well, Scrappy will have to tell you. You have to pull over to the side of the road.
No. I'm going to stop it, and we can just wait until this at bat is over.
There's Dave Roberts, who, by the way, you got to see the video of him falling flat on his face today.
It is hilarious.
Padres fans will enjoy that.
It's really funny.
Padre fans especially will love that.
And
Boogie came through. RBI single, 2 RBI single.
I don't like it.
What a time to pull yourself out of a slump there, huh?
Yeah. All right, Scrappy, take it from here.
All right. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Dak Prescott.